Hey DOT community, this is Zalon coming at you with a Saturday night grind session. Man, my title. Gotta fix that. Again, huh? Alright, DOT community, well, we are back. Back with a Saturday night grind session. I'm at 12,500. We're going to be moving it along here, and we're definitely going to get... I don't know if we're going to get Cerberus tonight, but we might. We'll see how good the pulls are. The pulls were really good last night here on the channel, so... I got 4 3 stars in a row. I got other 3 stars on the stream too, but four in a row was pretty impressive. All right.
So, Zalon, are you going to be covering the big items?
The big items? Like what?
Such as, obviously, Fusion event, when we're going to get the Trials of Power.
Frank's Red Hot. I put that on everything.
Oh, shit. Sorry. My ad just played in the background. But you said the big things like the Fusion event on Monday, which I'm still hoping is still going to be the case for everybody. And also, what else?
Yeah.
What else, Frantic?
What was the other one? Not Trials of Power. What's the other one? The arena one.
Oh, you're talking about TOW, Theaters of War.
Theaters of War, yeah.
Yeah, we'll see.
We must be getting one of those things.
Well, yeah, we'll see. We'll talk. We'll definitely talk about some possibilities of what this next week could possibly have in store for us. Because I'll tell you what, it definitely seems.
We're going to have the new one as well.
What?
That's going to be coming up either this week or next week.
What?
Conquest.
Conquest again? Yeah. Well,
they're going to do it every 3 weeks or something.
Yeah, they said every 3 to 4 weeks, once a month, something like that situation. So
we've had 2 weeks already.
Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see how quickly the Conquest comes back. I'm very excited for it to come back too, because I know a lot of other people are like, I want to be able to level my relics faster. So.
Yep. There seems to be quite a few things which could be coming up.
What's up, Malik? Alex? Kikaru? Alex again? Hi from Australia. How we doing? The Brain? What, you said dang deleted again? What do you mean dang deleted again? What happened, Brain? Alright, so here we go. We're going to get this rolling. Of course, maxed on Titans right now in the hall, so of course, yeah, I'm hoping that Fusion event's on its way. How many are you all? How many are in the stream right now with either maxed haul or well over maxed haul? Because I've been just trying to keep it just under constantly, just so I can still collect my Titans in the event. But I'm not just throwing those Titans away or anything. I'm putting them either into other Titans that I'm going to use on Monday or directly into the Titans that I'm working on. Alright, so let's just equip up. I got rid of all my 1 stars. I got 1 2-star left and 1 3-star left from previous stream. So we don't really have to start off with any kind of crazy pulls, but we will do some pulling again in this stream as well. But here, let's just slap on that 2-star and get Valoran back in action. I did use up the 4-star XP relic and the 3-star XP relics that I pulled yesterday in the DG pulls, or earned in the event. I think I had 1 from the event too. But they better have Spoils of War or 10 minutes for refresh for Conquest. Yeah, I know. We're gonna have to definitely see exactly how Conquest comes back around for the second time. Is it going to be what everyone was hoping it would be, coming back for a second time, or is it just going to be what everyone really doesn't want to have happen, when that would be a severely nerfed event where it's even harder to get to where we were hoping to, to be able to progress along in. I know or for some reason if they would take away, 3 battle drops, but they said multiple times that they're not going to do that because it's kind of the whole reason of why you're getting the warp stones. So with that integral part, I don't think they're going to be really messing around with that too much. Let's go find some event lands and get this grind going, and then we can get back to yapping. Or like Dougie Fresh likes to say, blah, blah, blah. Let's see, what do we got? Actually, there was a good one. Giving everybody seasickness. I'm flying around so much. No, I'm not going to 1. Although League of Gods changed their name to One Truce. Making fun of One Vision. I don't think there's anything. I'm looking for Legends. That's right, they're 24th? There they are. Didn't realize you'd started, just thought you'd started randomly talking to yourself. Oh, is that what you thought, Frantic? No. I asked a question and it looks like it got deleted, or perhaps it didn't get sent? No, I didn't delete anything. Strange. Maybe one of your first messages just didn't come through? I don't know, I don't see it here in the chat. I see your message, Brain, about anyone else streaming? Anthony M. Hazelon, so excited, just got Cerberus. Well, what skills did you get, Anthony? Let us all know. What skills did you get? I'm about to go to 34, level 34. Player level, actually. Obviously not castle level. Yeah, so they added a bunch of new castle levels. No. Let's see how close I am. Still a little ways. Hi from Sweden. What's up, Reza? Thank you for joining. I always appreciate people that I may not recognize as always regulars, but I love to see, as many people as possible in the streams, especially from all sorts of different places. It's probably pretty late there in Sweden, right? Or early, I should say, early morning. Have to clear some Titans to claim him, so we'll let you know ASAP. Yeah, right? That's the thing. Because if you weren't planning on clearing Titans... Oh, crap, I forgot about checking the troops on this. Huh, where's the Grins? Maybe I cut the Grins down pretty quick. Never mind. See, I can show that. $330. I see, Reza. You're almost level 40? Very nice, Alex. Yeah, it's 9:30 p.m. here on the East Coast of the U.S. But thank you for staying up. Either if maybe you're working, third shift worker, or maybe you're just loving the game so much. Never know. But yeah, I like to do weekend streams. Typically, this is the time period that one of the main leaders of the non-toxic alliances live streams, usually on Saturday night. One of the few female Donna Titan streamers, and that is Dee. But she is away. So besides from Jim streaming a little bit earlier, which was a good live stream, pretty much I definitely wanted to jump in. It's a very popular event, Greek God. Besides from that, like I said, I always enjoy streaming on the weekends because I know, and at nighttime, well, I say nighttime here in the U.S. just because there's typically a good amount of other players as well doing the same thing, grinding away, enjoying the event. Whether you're going super far, going kind of far, or just grabbing tokens, one way or another, you got to put the time in. So why not enjoy it with others? What's up, Ian Rogerson? Thank you for joining. What's up, Charles? Finished last night. Got my first Siggy. Very nice, Charles. Did you get good skills on your Siggy, Charles? Because Siggy's kind of difficult to get. Like, what is the so-called best role for Siggy? Corey, sup, Zalon, was just watching your stream replay from last night. Yeah, Corey. It's a long one, 3 hours. But thank you. I appreciate it. I don't know if tonight will be a 3-hour stream. I don't know about that. But we'll see what happens. You never know. You never know. But yeah, I'm just working on a 2-star and one more 3-star relic that I had left over from yesterday. And then I have one, I got a token that I picked up. I don't think it's my last one. I think it's my 5th token for the event in the milestones. We'll use that and see if we can get any other luck. Get him, Valoran. They're always hiding in these trees. Tell these grenadiers to stop hiding in the same gosh darn trees. Right? Get out of there. Almost had good skills on my Sig, but got archer armor and armor piercing, so he will be food. That's how it goes with Siggy. I don't think the developers in the beginning wanted players to get super OP X-skilled Titans immediately, and that's why Siggy has such a variety of troops. I mean, back in the day, pretty much when they did a physical build Titans, they're like, alright, well, physical troops, they have 3 options, so we better include all of them, which, of course, really takes away from the ability to get a good roll. Whereas in a lot of the newer Titans that we've seen, you have only 2 troops that have been chosen, such as spearmen or archers, in a case like Cerberus. Because if Cerberus buffed 3 different troops, like a Jatoon situation, people would just get mad. Just finished the event, so now I can relax. Got my dream roll on Cerberus, Spearman Armor, and Spearman Health for X skill. Very nice. I do want to remind everybody that does get Cerberus. Say you get a resist that you don't really have relics right now currently to use. Like, oh, I don't have this relic, and this relic that'll really help if you get a resist and don't get health or armor for the first skill. And you're like, oh, this is a crap roll or a bad roll. Do take into account that you may get some of those relics a week from now, 2 weeks from now, tomorrow, next month. So it doesn't mean that your investment of time and or gems and or like saved up gems or actually purchased or head start deals or any of that stuff that's involved in these types of leaderboard events. Don't think that's all just a waste if you haven't gotten some of the relics, because they definitely come. And you'll be like, oh man, why didn't I think about, keeping that Cerberus? Because when the fusion event, again, this is still unofficial, but if and when the fusion event drops on Monday, I don't think people should be too disappointed with their Cerberus that they should be fusing them away. My Cerberus got poison resistance and experiment health, so I'm good. Good, Alex, I'm glad. Hey man, how's it going? How we doing, Michael Marlowe? We're gonna try to see how far we can go on the stream tonight. I know I'm at 12,500 right now, and of course using relics. So yeah, we might hit Cerberus on the stream tonight. I don't see why not. We pulled Siggy last night. Which, spoiler alert, wasn't all that great. No, not yet, Prometheo. Soon. Is the skill set pool for Siegfried the same as it was since day one, or they updated it at some point? From my understanding, it's still the same. I don't think it has been ever changed. So, I mean, could Siegfried get a change? Could it happen? I guess that's possible. Or will they give him the Volstan treatment and never do anything? You got these skills: militia, archer, spearman. No, militia, archer, spearman damage, spearman health, and archer's AP. I mean, being the fact that you got archer's damage and spear and archer's AP, that's good. You didn't get any archer health or armor. And you got militia damage. Militia can kind of go either way. Especially if you have the spearman health. Honestly, that's not a bad Siggy. I mean, Charles, you can basically stick with that one and go with it, or you could, I don't know how many more opportunities we're going to be able to get a Siggy anytime soon. So, I mean, I've definitely taken Titans where I would say I get like a 4 out of 5 roll, or if the first skill's locked, like a 3 out of 4 roll, and I'm like, I'm still going to go with it. I'm not going to just say all of a sudden that it's just a food Titan. Especially if they're a Titan that's actually worthwhile in the current meta. Yeah, Ian Rogerson says, as far as you know, the skills are same pool. Yeah. Upgraded Athena. Yeah, right, Alex? I was looking at that today, actually. I was looking at Athena today. The one that I had, actually. Jonathan, would a Freya with double health, double fire... Freya with double health, double fire res, and lightning resistance be worth leveling up? Jonathan, what castle level are you? That's my question. Because if you're a bit of a lower castle, then yeah, I would say it'd be something you should consider, being the fact that your troops 16 castle. If you don't have another really good self-buffing Titan like Corthan or for instance, hold on real quick. If you don't have, I need to switch this out anyway. If you don't have a Corthan or a who am I thinking of? Astaroth. If you don't have one of those two, then, and this is like your best paladin you've ever had, skill-wise, when it comes with that double fire resistance and one lightning resist. Because double health is great. It's not X health, which is why the newer Corthan... I mean, not X health. It's not... The new Corthan has guaranteed armor and health, so... And has a extra health buffing skill in the first slot. So, it does make a difference. But 16, you're kind of on that cusp where very shortly troops are going to become way more important, and you're going to be really wanting Titans that buff troops. So, Jonathan, I would say if you don't have at least one really good self-buffing Titan right now, then yeah, that fray is good, especially going up against Grenadiers and Lightning Titans and troops. But otherwise, I would concern myself more with Titans that are going to be buffing troops, that are going to start really being more concerned about in the very next few castle levels. But I like that double health, though. Conquest next weekend? They did say every 3 weeks, so as long as they didn't lie, it should be... Well, they said every 3 to 4 weeks. I know they said every 3 weeks in the very beginning, then they said like once a month, which is typically 3 to 4, and even some months out of the year have 5 weeks in them. So, you know. So we'll see. If they do it once a month, I'll be happy. Just like a fusion event. If they do it once a month, I'll be happy. But if it becomes more of a thing where we only see it once every 2 months, well then, you know, if you want to say that they're lying, sure. Go for it. I think maybe over-promising should be more of the term you use, but I guess if you want to say lying. I'm waiting for Monday for the fusion and will upgrade my Athena to level 60. Well, that's pretty cool, Charles. Yeah, actually, that was something I was talking about on Jim or Bad Mother Trucker's stream earlier, is if the fusion event is on Monday, like everyone continues to hope and pray it is. I'm just going to plug my phone in now. I don't want this to run the risk of losing the stream. But who is the Titan or Titans that you're going to be working on Monday? Where's your priorities? Is it going to be your new Cerberus? Will it be any other new Titans that you might have picked up? Titans that you've already had and are just saving multiple Titans to work on? Ah, here, I gotta grab those all-important portal stones. Oh! I got this. I got that token. We'll do that tonight, too. Yeah, we'll just do the 50 first. Alright, so we're at 13.3. What else is coming up? Oh yeah, there's that the other token at 14. Some more DGs. Not enough to do a DG DG pull, but they might have to wait wait until tomorrow for a DG pull, because that 200 is only going to put me at 4. But the other 3 at the end is definitely going to put me over, so we'll see what happens. Okay, because I have a level 53 Mataris on my garrison, and I'm working on Kronos right now, and I have a Hades at 34. Okay, Jonathan. If that's the case, then I would say Freya, I wouldn't be concerned about it. If you're working on a Kronos, and you have a Hades at 34, and you have Mataris already on garrison, level 53, yeah, I would chill on that Freya. And see, that's why you have to ask some other kind of qualifying questions when you're asked on whether if a certain Titan is worthwhile to invest in. That's what it is. It's investing your time and even in the relics that that go along with that Titan. So I totally get it. It was one of my major things that I'm always trying to concern myself with on a regular basis, and that is this Titan worth leveling? Is this a Titan that I should be concerned about? And I just did a major mistake, which was send a lot of my... I should have fixed that. This is one of the maps where you can't just auto attack with your maidens because they run right into the Imperials, or at least a half set of them do. Should have. Let's see. What's up, Seth Roth? What's going on? Oh, Dylan, I'm not gonna say that. Why? This ridiculous. Although I do watch Pewds every once in a while. It can be pretty funny. Lord Beerus, first time check-in. What's up, Donna Titan, Lord Beerus? Thanks for joining. You ran out of relics at 16k? Hey, there's no problem with that. I just keep grinding. Level Ulrich? What do you mean level Ulrich? My Ulrich is maxed, soldier. He'll remain there. Alright. Oh yeah, just want to train a few more troops. Just in case I want to run out of maidens. Alright, back at it. $32 watching. Thank you, everybody, for joining in. I really appreciate that on this wonderful Saturday night. It's cracking Shia. Charles says, I'm waiting for Monday for the fusion and upgrade your Athena to level 60. Nice. Alright, now watch. When you hit the auto orders, there's too many of those arrows that are pointing way too far away. All you gotta do is just redirect them real quick, and then your maidens won't kill themselves. There you go. Problem solved. Maidens don't kill themselves. Now, should you have to go through every single one every single time and... So like that lightning storm, just boom. That's from one of my relics too that I actually have on Valorn right now. Valorn. I say Cerb is as good as Hades or Kronos. Keep both if you get two. There you go. Words from Prometheo. I'm gonna do Theros. I got one with double crit on my roll. Time he gets to work. Yeah, right? 2 raised dead spells. Thank you. Calvrex. is pleased. Who is that soldier guy in chat? Ooh, Green Arrow. Now see, Soldier blames me, as most do, hashtag blame Zalon, for coming up with the specific term of pulling a soldier. Now, Green Arrow, I was explaining to Soldier the other night in a live stream that I think this was all created by a certain someone that I know as Green Arrow. I so threw you under the bus the other day. It's like, yeah, I think that was Green Arrow that said you're pulling a soldier. Who is Green Arrow? Give it to him, Soldier. Give it to him. Rolled for Cerberus and got Resist Earth and Spearman Armor. Okay, I guess. What's your take? Resist Earth, I mean, is that not going to be good to build up and have maxed out to go up against Kronos's? And Spearman Armor, I mean, even though you didn't get health, you can equip plenty of Spearman health relics. They can bump up that the health. I mean, having super high armor is, I mean, not a horrible thing. It's still going to help your Spearman. So I'd say a Cerberus that has Resist Earth still has a place. I know a long time ago we used to see Titans that would have Resist Earth and be like, oh, that's the worst resist to get. But nowadays, Resist Earth isn't bad. Yeah, see? Prometheus says. Zalon has everyone saying it, though. I don't... No. See, somebody said it a few times, and then other people that also stream were like, oh, well, you know. So. But Soldier, the thing is, you are very specific and very unique in the DOT community, and you have amazingly well put together content. So I don't think you have anything to worry about, Soldier. Nothing. Now, when it comes down to you saying when you're going to stream and, you know, when it happens, well, you know, you've just been called out on it. That's all. But you've made good on that and have been doing a lot more streams. And, I mean, doesn't matter. But you've also been streaming on Nemo TV, which not everybody knows about. So some people like Green Arrow, you know, they might not know that you've been streaming every day on Nemo, even though you say you are. That's the real deal. That's the real talk. Feel better about it now. Thanks, man. Love the Earth Resist now. Yeah, I mean, that's why when people used to get lightning resist on Titans all the time, and they'd throw them all away and treat them like total garbage, and then all of a sudden Maidens came out. We're talking 2017 to transition to 2018 when it comes down to the real attitude towards lightning resist. Because nobody wanted lightning resist. And boys, it's so important now. So, don't always think that what you get right now is going to always be out of meta or not gonna work. You know, unless you're getting things that are just totally goofy, which means, like, for instance, in cases where you're getting, you know, certain troops that are getting defensive skills when they should be offensive skills, and that's just going to work better with that particular Titan build and everything else. But with resists, don't ever think that resists on Titans are just straight up bad. Some players will, whether someone tells them that or not, but I feel that resists will have, you know, I'm talking about elemental resists. I'm not talking about, well, even resist to ranged, stuff like that. Resist to Titan is probably the worst skill out there. So that is one resist that I will say outright is not a good resist. So it does ruin a lot of Berserker Titans. But yeah, elemental resists I think every one of them has their place, and there should be, you know, when people get these Cerberus with physical resist, it's like, it's good. What's wrong? Are you gonna attack people that are using, that's still another good, half decent Chronos, just for the simple fact that all the archers aren't gonna get any damage on you. You know, so. Police Soldier has always made promises about stream, but then never did. Pulling a soldier. See? Oh, man. You have to act like you love it. It will go away faster. See? That's true, Seth Roth. That is true. That's why I embrace the hashtag blame Zalon. I don't embrace when people tell me that I don't have a hell. No, I'm just joking. I know I'll get one eventually. In the video, oh man, I'll have to put some like some crazy music to it just to make it a big deal. Second hour? Yeah, Ether, sure. Second hour. I don't know for certain, but why not? Like when people got resist lightning and were saying, well, that's Titan food. Yeah, right? Yeah, there you go. Corey says build up some physical resist with relics and you'll have a certified Chronos killer. There you go. My original Sig fried chicken has... Gotta read it exactly the way the brain types it or he gets mad. My original Sig fried chicken has X militia armor, X archer damage, X spearman AP, X archer's AP, and spearman health. Oh wow, spearman health there. That's nice. That's nice. Archer damage, archer AP. Yeah, wow. Yeah, and spearman AP on top. Really, that's not a bad Siggy at all. This again. They're like, burn the forest, everyone. Oh, did Zalon just leak an upcoming hell of it? No, I didn't. I just know I'll get one eventually. I have nothing to worry about. Eventually. It could be... Yeah, what? Upcoming hell event. Halloween 2019. It's coming soon. I'm doing the air quotes here, Green Arrow. It's coming soon. Brain, that's a good Siegfried. I mean, some be like, oh well, it's got spearman AP and not armor, but it's like I call that a 4 out of 5 roll, and 4 out of 5 rolls don't even come pretty commonly either. I do have Discord open, just so everybody knows, just in case. So anybody can join. Oh, there's Shia. What's up, Shia?
Hello.
As soon as I said, hey, Discord is open if anybody wants to join. It was quite prompt of you. Quite prompt.
That worked out well.
I know. So how's your grind going for the event?
Let's see, I'm at 13K right now. Let's see. 13K, I'll probably finish.
Nice. Are you referring to tonight, or are you just referring to the event in general?
No, I think I'm going to try and get to... I'll probably try and get to Cerberus. I'll probably try and get to 18 tonight. That'll leave me for, 3 tomorrow. That's doable.
Yeah, real doable, right?
Yeah, I've got that tokens up next, so that'll get me, that'll get me up there. And I can grind another 2,000 or so.
There you go. Yeah, Green Arrow, I'm Maxim Valoran on Monday. Most definitely Maxim Valoran on Monday. Well, Shia, who are you going to work on Monday?
Oh, gosh. I've got a bunch of Titans that are sitting at like 40 or 50, and I just want to take up another 10.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I don't have any one that I'm really gonna, pound on.
All right, cool. I get it though. It's just like it's working the stair system, taking 1 to 30 to 31 to 41. It's the ones though. You really want to take them from like a 31 to 41, a 41 to 51, 51 to close them out, stuff like that.
Yeah, that's usually what I try and do at a fusion event is get them to somewhere in that. Even if I can get it to the 50 or the 40, and then after that, put it through the arena a couple of times or something like that.
Yeah, with some XP relics on them. Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah, exactly.
I throw on like an XP relic or two, like a 2-star or a 3-star, or sometimes both, 3-star, 2-star, and then do an arena and a monument with them. And that's what I just do it every day.
Yeah, I like to have a few that are sitting there at that, so I've got a reason to use those things every once in a while.
Oh yeah, well, and I typically like to use them on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays when we don't typically have a lot of stuff going on.
Exactly.
So, Gaming with Taro, what's going on? Good to see you. Thank you for joining. It's going good. I gotta pull some more relics here in a second. Just on my way home from work. Glad to listen to the live stream while driving. Can't wait to go home and raid a bit before sleeping. There you go, Gaming with Taro. Get some more in. Hopefully you're getting pretty far in the event. Driving now. Make hop on second hour. Oh, nice, Prometheo. Yeah, feel free. It's getting to that second hour point here. Do not procrastinate. Server errors incoming tomorrow night. Yeah. Oh, is that right, Green Arrow? I'm not going to procrastinate. It's not going to be that bad. This event, because of the 3-star pulls that I did last night, I am a lot farther along than I normally would be. Because I know after this, I knew since I was going to stream tonight, and that I was going to be using some 2-stars and 3-stars on stream, that I was going to make some really good headway. I hope not. 2 event mess ups. Well, the Hell event mess up was huge. I know there was a decent amount of players affected by the mess up with the whole end of the last event, but I feel like there was way more players affected by like a Hell incident.
There was a lot of weird stuff going on in that last event. I had to log in twice every time to get the event to show up.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it was weird.
That is weird.
I don't know how many times I logged in once and did a couple of battles before I realized I wasn't getting any souls and had to log out and log back in.
Well, that's frustrating. All right, so we're good.
That whole thing wasn't done right.
All right, so we're all clear. All right, cool.
I think Prometheo's got me convinced to fuse my level 60 Siegfried into something else and just keep the one we got in the event. I wasn't going to do that, but it seems like a pretty good idea when you think I haven't used them forever, so why keep a 60 when I could put it into something I'm working on.
Exactly, but still have... Well, if you're a collector, then you're obviously just replacing with... And to be real honest with you, if I got an Ulrich... If I got an Ulrich, I've thought about it. I'm like, well, I could just replace the one I have, but he was my first one that I maxed out. So in a case like that, I might not. But if I got a Siegfried that was actually better than the one that I currently had at 58, I consider putting my 58 into one of my other better champions, like maxing out my Hades is at 42. My Dionysus is at 31, Wukong at 42. So, I mean, there's plenty of ones of champions that I have that I could easily just boost them up heavily. But the Siegfried I got is way not as good as the one that I currently have. So I'm like, all right, well, not gonna do that. But I'll still use like the level 1 Siggy infusion. No problem.
Oh yeah.
No problem at all. All right, so let's see. Zalon, fuse those elixir relics, you hoarder. Yeah, right. One day, Green Arrow. One day. Those elixir relics will be used in the TOP. And I'll say, yo, I'm using them. Just like I got... 1 star. Just like I got, what's it called? I got relics from the, not just the Trials of Power, but I also got, double 1 stars. Oof. It's rough. I got the relics from the Theaters of War. Or not Theaters of War. Throne Wars. I actually still have Throne Wars tokens that I know I have squirreled away. They will just show up the next time that happens. Captain Howdy, we keep on talking about the Fusion event Monday. It's pretty much, it's not 100% confirmed by the developers, because I just still have yet to hear that actually said by anybody on the development side. But when it comes down to, it doesn't make sense. Should it happen on Monday? Did they mention exactly 2 weeks ago on a dev live stream saying within the next 2 weeks we will have a Fusion event? So... yes, all of those things are a yes. So, I think it's going to happen.
If we just keep saying it's going to happen enough, maybe they'll just make it happen.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
So what relics did you get from the gamble token, and what'd you get from your choice?
Well, I haven't done the choice one, but my gamble token, I did that on last night's stream. So it was, I got the Athenian Aspis. And I was like, I'm not even using the first 4-star one that I have. So guess what?
Yeah.
I fused it away today.
Oh.
Yeah, I fused away my second Athenian Aspis because I was like, I have the first one at level 1. And it's a very Titan-oriented relic. I'm like, not really interested in using that. So I just fused the second one I got yesterday away into a relic that I'm using non-Valorn. So I'm, not...
Oh, good.
Yeah, so a new jailbreak is out. I gotta jump on it. Jailbreak for what, Soldier? What are you talking about?
I got Steadfast Stand.
Oh, did you? Did you, Ether? Thank you for popping in. Thank you for popping in on Discord. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. You're a little quiet, but it's all right. I can still hear you. But you got a Steadfast Stand. You are the man, Ether. You're the first one that I've heard that has gotten one.
I think somebody else pulled one yesterday.
Yesterday? Okay.
I can't exactly remember who. I have to go back on band and check it, but someone pulled one yesterday also. So I'm not the only one that have one.
Nice.
But I did pull it. I'm actually going to start leveling it up tomorrow.
Nice. And who you going to put it on?
I'm not sure yet, but I know I need to level it up.
Nice. Nice.
What are the skills on that?
Actually, I can't even go back and check.
What's specific?
Playing the game right now.
It's specific.
I know it has Titan Poison. Isn't it Titan Poison? Like
it's got 20%
critical?
Storm Maiden critical, and that's the big one. Is the 20% Storm Maiden critical? But yes, you're right. Those are the other skills. So yeah, if you got a good Storm Maiden build on a Titan, like in my case, I'm working with a Thorhild that's got really good buffs for maidens, and yeah, that'd definitely be one I'd put right onto my Thorhild if I got a Steadfast Stone.
I ended up getting
Double health.
That's pretty good, though.
Yeah.
I got double health, so my spearmen are going to be on steroids. So make sure they have a lot of life.
Now.
Yeah, that might be the best.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, I'm not really worried about resist or anything too much at this point. I just want to make sure they have a lot of health.
Wow.
And let the archers do what they need to do.
Interesting. I mean, you're still putting the spearman shield relics on them, right? The what is it? The because they come with resist whether you want them or not, but they got armor and health on them too. So I feel like those relics would still be applicable.
Right now, I'm going to go back and look over my spearman spells, spearman relics that I have on them, because right now I have a couple Titans that actually have spearman relics. So I'm thinking I might wind up getting rid of some of them. So that way I can be able to use their relics.
Well, there you go. Well,
at
Ether,
point,
who are you going to be working on Monday?
What?
That's the other thing I want to know. I want to know who you're working on Monday.
Nobody, because we're not going to have a fusion event. I hate to let everybody down, but...
Oh, he's going to rain on everybody's parade.
Dude, I listened to your entire video last night. Well, I listened to it this morning. I was like, man, why does he keep on saying we're going to have a fusion event? You getting everybody hyped for nothing. Do you hear the disappointment in my voice?
Yeah, I hear it.
No, because I'm not disappointed.
We'll see.
I don't think they're going to do one Monday. I don't think they're going to have one. I think they're going to be too focused on trying to do this new pick your relic or build your relic event. I think they're going to be too focused on doing that. And then again, I hope they don't, because I took a gamble. I fused all my Titans that I had. So I was like, well, they ain't going to have a fusion event. So
oh, wow.
And then when I listened to you, I was like, nah, he can't jinx me like this. So I was like, nah, we ain't gonna have a fusion event.
Oh, it's happening on Monday now, especially. Wow, Ether, you're the first one I heard that said you fused away all your Titans recently. So, wow.
Well, to be honest, I don't really ever hold any of my Titans anyway. I normally fuse everything, because I'm just too impatient to sit up there and want to wait and hold all those Titans for a fusion event while I'm depending on XP relics to level up other Titans. Like, nah, man, I got too many Titans to be waiting on that. So it's very rare that I actually get a chance to take advantage of fusion events, unless it's a max out Titan that I no longer want. And that Titan's already max is done. I just strip it of his relics and let it sit there for a fusion event.
Ether goes, give me your relics. Give me that one. Give me that one. Give me that one. Your food. That's what happens.
Yeah, he don't need them anymore.
Yeah.
So who you gonna work on Monday?
Monday, it's gonna be Max and Valorn. That's gonna happen. It's gonna be getting Chronos as high as possible. I feel like Chronos.
I just told you we're not having a fusion event.
I feel like I'm gonna get Chronos up to 51. I'm gonna try to get Chronos up to 51. I don't think Chronos is gonna get maxed. I think Chronos will be 51. 31 to 51. Jump 20 levels. What else?
So what about your Valorn? Because I heard you say on
No, Max.
Get your Valorn to 60.
No, well, yeah, Max in my Valorn. That's gonna happen because Valorn's at what 52 right now, almost 53. That'll happen. Valorn will get maxed.
Okay.
Besides from that, though, it'll be Chronos will go up pretty high. Yaluth will get some love for Rangers. I know that. I don't have a lot of Rangers though. Champions, it's going to be probably Wukong. Probably pretty heavy on Wukong, and probably whatever else I want to do will probably be probably Hades. Hades and Wukong, maybe some Dionysus, but I again don't have a lot of champions either. I feel like I have, and Ori is getting all my infiltrators. So Oreo will probably go from Oreo will probably jump up another 10 or maybe even 15 levels. I have a lot of infiltrators, it seems like. So.
That just makes my very.
Yeah.
My Wukong, I have him at 51. And
Yeah.
I never started
last
leveling
year.
him.
What's up? What's up, Shia?
He's still a good Titan.
Or Feranic said that. Sorry. Yeah, I like.
Yeah, just thinking he's outdated. I would have thought, unless you got a really good purple roll.
Oh well, yeah. I got a really good Wukong roll. So, yeah. I my Wukong roll, I would say, is definitely worth it in my eyes.
Better than 2 Cronoses?
Okay, and the thing is, and everybody says that kind of stuff. I'm not saying that I'm not going to level my Cronoses and stuff like that, but at the same time, I don't find it I know at the end when I am at Castle 25, I'm not going to say I'm going to have 1 Titan for this and 1 Titan for that. No, I'm not. I'm going to have 10 or 12 or 15 Titans for defense. I'm going to throw them out on all of my lands. So the thing is, if I have a Wukong, I'm not saying I'm leveling Wukong up to put on my garrison. If that's the question that people are going to ask. I'm leveling other Titans up to switch around on garrison, but am I going to need Titans to put on other lands? And do I want that? Am I going to have 15 Cronoses to put on all my lands, or am I going to have other Titans to put on my lands? Is my question.
Just level him because he looks cool and he's fun to play with.
Well, that's true too.
Well,
that's a good enough reason as well. But I'm just saying for when it comes down to defending Titans, not everybody's going to have 15 Cronoses. You're just not. You're going to need other defending Titans, whether you one way or another. If you want a war, if you want a war, I mean, or if you want to, like, for instance, when we go into Throne Wars, after you deploy your Chronos or your second Chronos, okay, and you have 20 lands or 15 lands or 16 lands that you're going to deploy in Throne Wars, okay. After you deploy your 2 Chronoses, what are you going to do? Is my question. You know what I mean? So that's why having as many defensive Titans as possible, in my eyes, and leveled and relics leveled, is really, really good, actually. That's my opinion.
Relics are the big thing.
Well, true, because relics continue, whereas Titans will always. It's like it's it's kind of like when guys talk about females. They're like, your bros will always be there. Women will always come and go, So, yeah, Titans will always come and go. But, yeah, the relics, you can always, like Ether said, strip the relics onto a new Titan. But those relics, when you max them one time, they're always going to be good for you. Corey says Ether is such a baller. Yeah, Corey. But don't tell him that. And I won't repeat it again because Ether's head will get too big.
That's what I'm talking about. Don't say that too loud. You had the IRS looking for me.
Yeah. They're like,
He only just got through the door into Discord as it was.
Yeah, that's true.
Get out again.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, because they'll be looking around Ether and they'll be saying, listen, we heard you were a baller.
Yeah, they be trying to put me in another tax bracket to pay taxes that I don't want to pay.
Yeah. We're going to be pushing you up to the baller bracket. Mm-hmm.
No, we're not gonna do that. I know too many people that spend more than me.
Oh, Green Arrow says Zalon Castle 25. LOL. LUL. Laughing under loud. So drop those likes, guys and gals. Thank you, Sean.
Because you actually started leveling your castle, man. You know how long you was still in the teens? I didn't think you was ever gonna cross 20.
What? Oh,
the player left.
Wait. Ether. I've been over player Castle 20 since like the middle or closer to the beginning of last year. I mean, I sat at 21. I sat at 21 for quite some time, but I can go back.
What I'm saying is.
What?
What I'm saying is.
Oh, I'm not 25 yet.
Wasn't Castle 20.
Oh.
No, I'm saying I remember when you weren't Castle 20.
Oh, well, of course.
I didn't think you was ever going to cross over Castle 20.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, that happened a long time ago. I'm going to 23, Ether. I'm going to 23.
Ether.
I know, Ether. Are you finished? Are you at 25 right now?
Yeah, I've been at 25.
Yeah, but okay. But other than that, though, do you have all troops maxed and all spells maxed, or no? Not yet.
No, I don't have all the spells maxed, and the troops, they're all at 24 right now.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
So I have more in the oven cooking right now. Actually, I'm working on my militia right now.
Nice. Well, see, I always have troops. I always have troops rolling. That's the only thing I concern myself with anything.
That's what I have cooking right now. Militia for Dionysus.
There you go.
He's fun to play with.
Yeah, he is.
I don't know if you ever leveled him, but he's fun to play with.
That's true. Well, yeah, that's why I have one at 30. I have one at 31, and I definitely think that Dionysus is a lot of fun. I enjoyed the event that he was a boost titan in. I did. I thought it was a lot of fun.
See, that was summoners.
See, that was kind of off for me because, like, I just play with my Artemis, and the reason why is because I had Dionysus already maxed, and I have Alarm already maxed.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it was pointless for me to use them because I can use that XP on something else. So instead of getting a 1.4, I just did the whole event doing the 1.2. But at least I was able to get some levels on Artemis.
Yeah, that's the double-edged sword of there are going to be tons of players that are going to say, "Oh, I have a Titan that's only level 15 and 20 because whatever ones they chose in this event, they're so low." And then the other edge of the sword is they chose Titans that I already have at level 60, and you're not getting anything out of them. So it's almost like
that's a big problem with this one.
I feel like there's like it's very hard to get that very middle ground where your Titan's leveled up high enough but not maxed, you know. So
in the 50s.
Yeah, well, yeah, I was happy that my Valoran was in the 50s. So. Ian Rogerson, what would you need lands for when you max your account? It's all VP. That's all. I was just referring to VP lands. Oh, and if you're playing Throne Wars. Wait, I thought Throne Wars was no more. They never talk about it anymore. No, not. They said specifically multiple times that Conquest does not replace anything. So I don't think anything's really being like replaced by Conquest, and they said Trials of Power is definitely coming back, and I mean I'll ask, but
Trials of Power been coming back for almost 2 years now.
Yeah, I know, right?
It sucks.
They need to make some changes to Throne Wars. Otherwise,
well, that's the other thing too. I think that's both of the changes of for those events. I believe is what's holding them up from being just rolled right back out again.
What do you think was the main problem with Throne Wars?
Well, I mean, there was a lot of players that were in Throne Wars that don't think there was anything wrong with it whatsoever. Personally, myself, I just think there should have been either... I don't know if there's just a way that we could have it so that the second day it didn't seem like there was just absolutely no lands left. I mean, the first day was great. I actually enjoyed the first day of Throne Wars thoroughly, but it felt like the only option on day 2 was just buy lands or not play. And I just didn't like that. That was my... I feel like there still should have been at least some other way, another option to get more lands without having to buy on the second day. For instance, maybe just cut the cost on refreshes with food on the second day. Not the first day, but on the second day. Making it so it's more... Or maybe give an extra refresh or two for lands on the second day. Just so it makes it so that there's more available. That's all.
What if they did Throne Wars kind of like they did with Conquest? Like, for instance, with the lands, instead of us having to wait on lands to regenerate or to have to buy lands, what if the lands was automatically there? Just like what they did with the troops, they're automatically there for everyone. You can just go get the lands and put them up on there. But to supplement, in order to supplement them making a profit off of it, I mean, in order for us to be able to put lands up on a throne, charge the player. You understand what I'm saying? So, it'll cost you maybe 10 or 20 gems to put a land up on a throne. I mean, it's little things like that I think they can do to kind of tweak it, but I do believe, the main problem with Throne Wars was the timing. Outside of the lands, I do believe one of the main problems was the timing that was on the lands. It just took entirely too long to be lands. Too much life.
during the week, and the battles were incredibly hard to actually do. A lot of them were basically garrison battles on every single one, having no idea what the stuff was.
I would expect that though, because I mean you got a lot of players that's in this game have a lot of max titans. So as far as the battles being hard, I mean I wouldn't complain about that, but the timers.
I'd like to see
that's timers about how much health. You know, I mean that was a lot of health.
Otherwise, you just take in your main attacker basically, and that's it to every single one, because you can hardly ever find the same land again. So
yeah, that would be good to be able to see what's on there.
Mm-hmm.
I think if they lowered the health, because at one point when they brung Throne Walls back out, they did lower the health on the lands, but it was still a lot.
Also, there's no point using relics if you can't guarantee or have a decent chance of winning certain battles. It's very hard to put relics on.
Yeah, because
So
a lot of people would go in first without
off.
the relic and then go in with the relic after they know they could actually win.
Yeah, once they'd find out they could beat it and stuff.
Yeah. So Green Arrow wants to know what's next after these Greek gods are done. I am hoping for either Egyptian gods, or I think Egyptian gods over Asian gods. I mean, I wouldn't say that I wouldn't take Asian gods, and that if Asian gods came after Egyptian gods, I would be like, oh, well, that's still cool, you know. But if I had a preference between which one I would want next, between Egyptian gods or Asian gods, I would want Egyptian gods. That's just me.
So what would be next?
What?
Just saying, you've got summoning, so are they going to come in with something else for the new ones, or are they coming in with?
That's what I was going to say.
Well,
that was going to be my question. Like, if you want Asian guys or whatever, the next guys you want, what troops are they going to buff? Because you already have Greek guys buffing every troop. So I mean, are they going to have it to where like those Titans buff 2 troops?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, and if that's the case, then you just made all the Greek guys obsolete. So we just purchased all those guys for nothing.
Well,
so I don't think.
A gap.
Me myself, I mean, me personally, I don't think like after they release a spearman god for the Greek guys, I mean, I don't think they should release some. I mean, move on to something else. You can't beat guys in our head all day long, especially when you just covered every troop that you have.
Yeah,
I mean, every troop is going to be covered.
But they're going to be adding another troop to the game this year, so you have to take that into account as well. Plus, I hope they bring a new class to the game as well. That's my personal preference. Class and new troop.
Summoning's almost, basically has made a whole lot of the old Titans obsolete.
Yeah.
So if they bring in new ones, they'll just push the around that are obsolete.
Oh, Game Rescue's here.
Become a lot obsolete. Like lately, like a lot of the Titans that use ranged units. I mean, they're literally like pointless in the game now. I mean, because if you have a summoner, if you have a summoner, a ranged troop don't stand a chance. So they just about killed those.
Sean M says, "Give me raw." Let's see. What about new troops they mentioned instead of new Titans? Well, yeah, I just mentioned that Green Arrow. Yeah. Where are you? Oh, now at? Oh, yeah. Here, let me check. Let's see where I'm at. Thank you, Wrecking Nomad, for asking. Almost 15,000. But also Game Rescue's here. Thank you, Vintage, for stopping by. I've always wanted mages could have damage dealers and healers and all kinds of applications. Yeah, when it comes down to the healers, though, they've mentioned it multiple times about doing stuff with healing, and it just, for some reason, either wasn't working properly or it just wasn't what they were hoping for when they actually tried to implement it before. So
when they first advertised this game, didn't they advertise the fact that your Titans was going to be able to heal over time or something? I know it's been a while, but wasn't that part of like the advertisement for this game when it came out? Like the Titans itself was supposed to heal over time after you use them for so long.
When you say advertising for this game, you mean like in an ad, or you mean like where did you see that?
Like on the when you go to like the App Store, when they very first came out with the game, if I'm not mistaken, I do believe I read on there where the Titans take take time to heal after you've used them for so long. They take time to heal over time. Instead of like right now, we can go in constantly back and forth with the same Titan, relentlessly, and they never get tired. But when the game first came out, like I said, it's been a while. But if I'm not mistaken or not losing my mind here, I did read somewhere where those Titans were supposed to be taking time to heal after battles once their energy wore out.
Ether, you mean some sort of cooldown after battles, so you can't just repeatedly use them for PvP or for battling.
Exactly.
That would annoy
like I said, it's been a while. It's been a while ago, but I could have swore I read that on a advertisement for the game in the App Store or something. It's been a while, so hey. But you know what I would love to see? I've always wanted like undead troops. They made me happy with Calvarex and the skeletons, but like they should have kept going. Because I'm a fan of the undead, so it should have kept on going.
Well, we'll see. They mentioned something recently when people say, "Are they going to do anything more with undead troops?" And they've definitely mentioned that they do like the skeletons, and they know how much the community enjoys using the Calvarex relics specifically, obviously because they summon skellies, in comparison to a lot of the other skeleton relics that are out there that have nothing to do with actually doing the summons. So,
yeah, I paid attention when they said that.
Do you guys think they made a mistake with the summoning Titans just by making them too OP, as in like too many summons, similar to the spell, summon too many of them? If they had 2 instead of 3 or 1 instead of 2, do you think that will help the power creep?
I don't know. You know what's crazy? Like I don't really know the answer to that, but what's crazy to me is the fact that everyone has about 5 summoning troops that they can drop, and Athena doesn't have that. Neither
has 3.
Okay,
yeah,
I might be wrong about that.
And Artemis doesn't have.
I think Athena has 3, right? And Artemis has 3. They're the only ones that has 3, and they're not even the most powerful Titans when it comes down to guys or in the game. So that kind of baffles me. Like, why would you have I mean, if you think about it, I mean, Poseidon's a monster. I mean, Dionysus is a monster. So, I mean, those guys are dropping 5 troops everywhere. So that's why I said with the guys, they literally eliminated every troop in the game just about that is a ranged unit or that uses ranged unit, especially Grenadiers. I mean, they're basically not even going to be good for anything but putting on the VP land or something. They're still going to be easy to be defeated because they're slow for one, and they have to take about a 30-second window before they throw their firebombs. So
yeah,
they just about eliminated those. That's why I've always said for Grenadiers they should have increased their throwing speed. They would be a lot more effective if they increased their throwing speed.
Especially the Omegas, right?
And have them throw a lot faster.
Especially the Omegas.
Yeah, especially the Omegas. They made them move faster, but I mean, I was always under the impression, all right, you made them move faster, but you only halfway did it. I mean, you should have made the throwing speed faster. Even if you leave the regular Grenadiers the same speed they are now, at least make the other ones move faster and throw faster.
So Drew Speck says
damage and increase the speed.
An infiltrator with a little sustain, like a heal per attack, might be viable late game. That's interesting. Game Rescue agrees. I like that idea. Vampiric assault, kind of a thing. So, like for instance, as you're attacking someone, you're actually giving that infiltrator some health back. So that's an interesting idea. It's not exactly healing, essentially, but sustaining the troop by giving them some health back while they're attacking. That's interesting.
Exactly. It's kind of like there was this game that was on the Sony PlayStation, and it was on PC back in the day. It was called EverQuest Online Adventures. I used to play that game.
I remember EverQuest.
Someone that has. All right, there's a guy that's in the second server right now. I forget what team he's on, but his name is Quanos. That was the name of one of the cities that was in the game. So that lets me know he played the game before. And so, but anyway, they had a move for Dark Elf Shadow Knights on there, and it was called Harm's Touch. So when you use use this move, if his health is low, he would use that move, and what it does is sucks the life out of his opponent and fills him back to total health instantly. No matter how much health he has. Let's say he has like 1,000,000 hit points, health points, I should say, and stuff. When he used that move on his opponent, he's going to drain about half of his life and fill his back up.
Wow.
So what Game Rescue is saying with like a vampiric, like a slow drainer, like a vampiric leech, that would be something good, because like two things that I've always said they would consider putting in the game is something like a snare move. So we have like Panthers, they're fast and stuff. They're like the fastest that we have in the game and stuff. So for units that's going to be fast like that, like when they get ready to approach and they're at the point where they're getting ready to attack, we could be able to use that snare move to slow them down. See, that would be a good spell to use. Or for people that's using troops and stuff that have slow troops like grenadiers, archers, stuff like that, we can use a speed spell on them, and that'll help them move faster if they don't want to go into the game and change their complexity that they already have on them. So that way they don't have to change anything, just make the spell, and hey, instead of all the troops on the board being able to run off super fast, upgraded speeds, then when they use the spell in the radius, those troops that's in that radius will get affected. Because if you think about it, it's not hard to be able to do, because if you're playing on the game and you notice you'll have grenadiers or archers and they're at the top of the screen like on a big map and they are flying. I mean, they're jetting across the screen, running to the top like 100 miles an hour.
You mean like? Wait! You mean like your voice right now? You mean like your voice right now?
Yeah, keep up.
I had to say it because people are saying stuff in the chat right now. Because the brain goes, "Can a mother effer ask a mother effing question up in here?" And then Frantic says, "Go ahead, brain, ask away." Ed's channel. I agree. That guy doesn't stop.
Brain ain't gotta stop.
It's Ether does. When what's it called? When Ether gets going, it does sound like he doesn't take a breath.
Just ideas.
I know, but it is uncanny that it does sound like that you don't take a breath sometimes when you get going. Man. When you get going, it does. It's uncanny.
Hey, I don't breathe, man.
That's all right though. It's all right.
I don't breathe, man. But just ideas like that, man. I mean, I don't know what y'all would think about.
But those are good. Those are good.
I would love to hear y'all.
Yeah, no. Well, I like that you're incorporating some things that you've seen from other games, because a lot of times it's things that other games have come up with. Even the developers, they're like, "Oh, really? That's a neat idea. That's a cool concept." Not every developer has played every other game that's ever been made and ever been put out. So there's a lot of different cool ideas that you can definitely pull from all sorts of different areas. Oh, come on, brain! You definitely gotta get that one's gonna get shut down. Ether got to go with the flow. That's true, Frantic. Ether's taking a drink right now.
Hey, I'm giving y'all time to talk.
Yeah, I know, right?
I laugh because everybody, if you're going to be in the live chat and you're going to be physically in there typing and talking, I mean, you do better just get in the stream and letting everyone hear you and you get your point across.
That's true too.
Don't expect Zalon to be able to pick up every comment that you guys are putting out there.
That's
so
true.
You're going to sit in there and complain, get in the stream, he's allowing you to be on there with him. Get in the stream and speak your mind. That's all you have to do. Don't sit back and complain.
Uh-oh. Getting Ether riled.
No, I'm not getting
No, I know.
Out, man.
I know.
I don't hate anyone. It's all fun, man.
I know.
See, look, Ferrani bucking me up. He's still in my head right now. he gonna get me riled up.
Yeah, I know. I could tell. Nothing to do with Ether. Someone else just went to bat off my question. Oh, okay. I'll jump in the Amsterdam, but my mind is in the Gouda. The Gouda. right now. My question. Wait, what do you guys think of a monthly event called Relic Redemption that lets us redeem a certain amount of relics for gems? 51 stars for 100 gems.
Who asked that?
But then you would be
Corey?
okay. But the thing is, though, that means that would anything that implies that you're going to be holding on to anything for any specific reason. They don't want to do that with relics because of the whole relic storage issue. But I like that. It sounds like it would be just something that would just be available, so you would just, oh, I have all this, I can dump all this. But at the same time,
why would they do that though?
For-
When they want you to use all the relics.
they want you to
before?
they want you to fuse your relics constantly all the time. So that's the only.
Yeah, they're for forging, not for getting gems.
Yeah. So I mean,
think the only people that would help out is free to play.
it would.
Wouldn't really.
I think it would.
do-
I think it would help
like-
out players that were like maybe castle level. I don't know, in the mid-teens, because they don't have, hundreds of relics that they don't want to throw away. Because when you're still in the low to mid-teens, you could still easily get rid of a couple hundred relics and be like, you're totally fine. So
That'll hinder them though, won't it? They'll get more gems towards doing certain events, but their relics won't be leveled up.
true.
Because they'll be getting them to get gems rather than leveling up relics.
Mm-hmm. Wrecking Nomad wants to know what is your feelings about the next thoughts on the next set of Titans after the Greek gods. No holding back, Ether. That's what Wrecking Nomad wants. Oh, you already read
I know.
that.
I told him no problem.
Okay, so let's hear it. Let's hear it, Ether. Let's hear it. Go ahead.
Let me see. The next, in my opinion, I think the next set of Titans will have to be a new class. Like I know you said that earlier, but like I said, the only other Greek god that they will be able to put out that we don't have is a Spearman Greek god. So with that being said, after the next Greek god, which will probably be who is that? You guys kept on shouting for. What's his name? Big guy.
What?
At the end, you know.
What? Who's Zeus?
The last Zeus, that's his name. So I think Zeus will be the one that will be
What's up, Winfred?
more like of a Lauren type of defender, because he will boost Spearman. Now, in one way, I would hope that if he's going to boost Spearman, or let's say the next Titan that boosts Spearman, I would hope that it would be an all Spearman build. So that way it'll be totally unique from the other Greek gods. Because all the Greek gods that we have right now, they all boost two different type of Titans, well, two different type of troops outside of Artemis. She's all Panthers.
Yeah.
So everyone else, if I'm not mistaken, they all boost two different troops. So with the last one, I mean, Valorn is real popular on defense if you get the right rolls and stuff, especially if you get two of them, because if one get beat, you just put the opposite one on there, and you don't even have to switch the troops, just switch the Titan. And now when they come back to attack, if they beat you at Earth before, they're not going to beat you at Earth again. So if there was to build a Titan that drops all of one type of troop, I mean, that would be good. Oh, Poseidon also drops all Imperials. So I think that would be good. But outside of that, I do believe we would need a new class and some new troops to go with it. That would be the only thing that I will be able to see past Greek gods that will actually allow you to keep on building gods that doesn't repeat the same set of units as Greeks.
Yeah.
That would be it. Outside of that, I mean, I think Greek gods will be over with. Well, gods period will be over with.
Let's see. So Alex says I'm Castle 25 and I don't have a relic problem, and I only have 480 spots for relic storage. So you didn't even max out your storage yet. Wow. So that says that you go with a very specific only level up certain relics, don't save a lot of relics, stuff like that. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, or you do, and you just have a certain method that doesn't allow you to run into the same issues that a lot of other players do. And there's nothing wrong with that. So, I just typically, in a lot of assessment talking, when people are asking certain particular questions, I typically go with what a majority of players are dealing with. So, yes, there are always going to be players that fall outside of those certain specifics, but, yeah, that's pretty much how I go about addressing a lot of particular questions and very specific questions, is by going by what at least the mass majority seem to be dealing with.
So question to you: what do you do for your relic problem? Like, do you have a relic problem? What do you do when
typically,
you
no, I don't have a relic problem except for in cases where, as long as I have managed my relics pretty well on like in the first Thursday, Friday of an event, and then we're good. Then I can just grind down an event as much as I want to on Saturday and Sunday and not worry about my relics until Monday. And I usually don't have to worry too much about going through and forging a whole bunch of stuff until like the beginning of the week. But besides from that, soon as the beginning of the week is done and it's on to the like an event like Conquest. I mean, Conquest, I pretty much spent all day on Monday working on forging and fusing up Titans. It was absolutely insane, just because I wanted to be able to collect everything. So
yeah, I had a lot of fun for Conquest also, especially with the Relic Fusion being put together with that event.
Yeah,
that was a lot of fun. I know a lot of people had fun doing that. But to stop my fusion, well, not my fusion, but to stop my relic problem, because I had a bad relic problem. So, like about every 6 or 7 relics that I collected, I was going into the treasury because I had that many relics. So what I did about 3 days ago, I actually went through my relics and I saved every relic that I had. So basically what I did with all the 3-star relics that I had, I was having some of them, I had like multiples because they all had different elements to them. I just got rid of all of them and only kept one. So out of everything that I have right now, I'm sitting at about 413 relics without having anything left over to fuse. That's just the relics that I kept. I even went to saving some of my copies of 4-star relics. Now, I had already done that once, and then I wound up having to do it again because over time I just collected more and more of the same relics.
True.
So everything that I have, I just cut it down to 2 because I really don't keep copies of Titans. So there's no need for me to really have more than 2 unless I'm going to put that relic on a different Titan.
There you go.
So every Titan that I have outside of Chronos,
in a case like
it's a single.
What Ether's trying to say is he's a player that the relic storage issue is not an issue because of his playstyle, the way he chooses to play. So I think it all comes down to that. Your playstyle will dictate on how your relic storage and how you manage everything and how everything goes. So I think they could stop releasing new Titans for a while and focus on doing events with existing Titans to get everyone caught up. I like that, Brain. I like that a lot. Because I think of a lot of people say, well, they should just stop doing events and just work on the problems of the game. Well, unfortunately to say, I don't have a good analogy for it right now. I usually have good analogies off the top of my head, but I know Ether's taking a break from talking, so I have to take advantage and say things as fast as possible right now. So,
I have another question in the brain waiting on you.
Yeah, I know. There's like 5 or 10 other things I got to address here. So, but anyway, so when it comes down to it, though, I honestly think that would be a great idea to be able to still do events, because obviously that is something that is going to make sure the game stays around. Like, that's just all of a sudden stopping events, because people are like, they should just stop events and spend 6 to 8 weeks fixing the game. It's like, but how will they get paid? Like, how will everyone here, of course, majority of you most likely have jobs, okay? And you like to get a paycheck at the end of the week, correct? Okay. Now I know how much most people are like, oh, well, they're not. This is one thing if I go to natural motion is I will prove a point that they're real people. I'll be like, you go home at the end of the day, right? Huh. That's crazy. Because, most of the people in DOT community think you're just, the guy with the monocle eye and the money bag. And you're horrible. But wait, you're real people too? Oh, you have kids? You have family?
They're Monopoly characters?
Well, no, you realize, again, the general consensus from the Dawn of Titans community is that every person that works inside of Natural Motion has the monocle and the top hat and, like, has the money bag, from Monopoly. Isn't that what all the developers look like? I don't know. That's my impression from what everyone has always told me. Interesting.
So they could just run those older Titans in the event for a lower soul count. People will still do it, if anything, just to get a 4-star for fusion food. And the newer players can get 4 stars they don't have.
Didn't they say in one of the live streams?
Thunder X, I got you. Just a second. We got somebody coming in here. We got Thunder X joining up. What's up, Thunder X?
Oh, not much, buddy. Let me turn the volume down off my...
There we go.
What's going on, Thunder?
There we go.
It's been a while.
Oh, not much. Yeah, I'm actually now in a relationship, so every time George change on Friday night, she wants me to call her, and we talk for hours afterwards. So.
Oh, good for you.
That's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's good to hear.
And she's gorgeous.
Nice.
That'll make you call home every night.
Yeah, that'll make you do exactly what you're doing.
Thunder just come in to rub it in people's faces and stuff.
Yeah, is that what wait, is that the reason why you came on here, Thunder X?
No,
You'll disappear in 5 minutes.
She was going to bed, so
Oh.
I was like, hey, I want to see if Zalon's streaming. So,
Nice.
yeah, she's been taking up she's been the priority of my time. Like I even had to drop out of my T2 group that I'm normally with.
Yeah. I think the brain asked again one more time about why players have an issue, and I think it is the fact that players are keeping too many copies of certain relics, thinking they're eventually going to use them, and they're specifically like relics that are well known to be very good. So, like for instance, having multiple copies of 4-star resist relics, and having multiple copies of certain, like, for instance, all Archer offense relics, Gilded Arcs, stuff like that, or all defensive, relics for certain troop types like Imperials or Spearmen or Panthers. So, I mean, I feel like there's just an overabundance of hoarding in certain cases. And that's why those players will have a tendency to have issues with storage. So, I mean,
because they don't give enough XP as well when you fuse them away. If you fuse away a max level 4-star, you should get an awful lot more fusion XP than you actually do.
Well, there you go.
That's a big issue.
There you go. Yeah, Game Rescue really likes that, Thunder X. He says, dude showed up to flex. So yeah, you got that new girlfriend, and and she's gorgeous.
Hey, but speaking on what the brain said, and then we can go back to my girlfriend.
All right.
Yeah, like I have 3 Heartstones. I'm only using one of them, but I have 3 of them. I'm not getting rid of an awesome relic just because I'm not using it at the moment.
But question: do you have other Titans that's able to use it that you're going to actually be using to attack and play with, not just to sit on the VP land?
Voldan and Grulgar, and also I got Jaldar.
But are you going to really use any of those to attack and play with? It's like, in my opinion, like if you're not going to be using them to attack and play with, then those relics are actually fusible. It's like having a champion. I mean, lower level players use that put them on their garrison and stuff like that. I mean, for the top tier players, even if you have a champion like a Dionysus or something, you're not using relics to buff him. You're using it for the troops. So, like dragon helms and stuff like that, those are obsolete. I mean, you can get rid of them.
Well, when I have one of them leveled up and I decide I want to put them on defense, then I might still want that relic.
You're gonna always have a storage problem.
So they need an archive function, basically. A relic archive, where you can put relics where you don't really need them for now, and then potentially reload them back in if needed at a later date.
Yeah. But I don't have a relic issue situation. I have 500 slots for my relics as I maxed it out. And on a general basis, I stay around 200 relics in my inventory.
Yeah, I'm similar. I only just maxed mine out to 500 now. I normally sit around 400, low 400s for relic.
A copy of each Dragon Helm. They're great for infiltrators. I keep copies of Dragon Helms too. I mean, not like multiple copies, but I keep one of each. But do I have them all? Are they all being used? No, but it is still certain things that I'll still keep. Just because I feel like something's going to come around the corner someday, tomorrow, a week, a month, next year.
I see, like what Game Rescue said, he has a copy of each of the Dragon Helms. I have the same thing, a copy of each one of them, and he's exactly right. The only reason I even kept those was for the infiltrators. That was the only reason I even kept them, because I'm never going to use them on champion. So he's exactly right.
Bone Wobble says, there's a show on Discovery called Hoarders. Geez, you're not using them. Oh, man. Prometheus says, if I had a second Grolgar, I would absolutely level it. There we go. My Swiss Army knife. Nice. Alex says, once a Titan is useless, get rid of it. Nah. Some players may think that way. As a 4-star, for 4 stars, I just like collecting them. I like having one copy of every 4-star. That's just my personal preference. So.
And to refute that, my Dracora, he's not relevant anymore, but he still gets defense.
There you go.
I mean, he's not. I don't have him on my castle or my garrison, but I'll put him on one of my VP lands, and then next thing you know, I'll log back on and I see like 4 defense from him.
Winfred says new moon units. That's interesting.
That's about the only good thing that Titans are good for. Like, instead of fusing them just because they're not good anymore. I mean, I wouldn't do that. I would keep them for VP lands. Also, we don't put them on resource lands, but any land. Especially like for event, like the main thing, like a Throne Wars, you want as many 6s as you can get. Or if you're a player that's like really, really hardcore and you're all about VP and not really caring about having ping pong lands and stuff like that, it'll look real, real good to sit up there and be maxed out and have 30 lands with 30 max Titans on it. And it also take your opponent a long time to strip you.
Sure will. I have a second Hades, but I'm not leveling that Hades right now.
I don't know. In my opinion, I think Hades was good when he came out, but these Greek guys killed Hades, because once again, his units they're horrible. Grenadiers are horrible right now.
Well, it's still fact that you have such a high amount of defense on there that it makes people question, hey, do I attack this or not? And then so if they come in with the wrong thing, like, damn, I just lost all that.
Because you can take like my Athena, I have max fire on her. I can take her and put her on auto and go wash dishes or something, or do whatever. And when I come back, Hades is dead. Him and all of his units, Omegas and all, they're all dead.
Do you know what happens most of the time?
That's what I'm saying.
real quick, Ether. You know what happens a lot of times with this game? Because there's so many Titans.
What's that?
And so many people that make choices to level certain Titans and not others, that so many people, you'll actually hear one person say, "This Titan's amazing, it works for me every day. Every day." And then you'll hear another person that will say, "That Titan is complete garbage. I got rid of them a year ago." And then over here you'll hear somebody say, "That Titan," you know what, are you starting to get my idea of what I'm trying to say here? It seems like, if anybody hasn't gotten this yet, that there is people that have had good experiences and bad experiences with a good amount of the Titans that are considered good in the game. So whether you're willing to pick them up now or not pick them up now, or regret not picking them up, or regret picking them up and investing in them, like that's a good portion of the game right there. And I mean, there's going to be people that are always going to tell you, it's funny, because in the alliance that my good buddy's in, who, again, remember, he's only been playing the game for a few months, the people in that alliance, which of course I have talked to a bunch of them just to see what their game style is and their play style, they're telling him all sorts of things that, guess what? They don't match up with anything that most of the people on my live streams talk about. Why is that? Because they're lower level castles. They could care less about some of the stuff that we talk about on here because it has nothing to do with them. Believe it or not. As much as Ether will tell you that Hades is complete garbage right now, a castle level 16, 17 picks up Hades and they're king of their server. So whether Ether, castle level 25, tells you that Hades is good or not, this is just an example, but because of his opinion of a castle 25 about Hades, could mean nothing to a castle 16. They might think it's the next coming. So all I'm going to say is the opinions of who is good and who is not is very relative to your playstyle and your castle level.
That's why minis are quite good. But
There you
also,
go.
realistically, if someone starts the game, it's going to be at least a year and a half before they get to max level. You would have thought.
You know?
Possibly a year if they really push it.
Exactly. So, I mean, and again, that was all just an example. Anybody else, ThunderX can come on here and say something, yay or nay about a Titan. Ferrana could say yay or nay about a Titan. But a lot of it, of course, most of the time is, frankly, because a majority of the people that join my stream are roughly around the same general, area. But it doesn't mean that if you are a lower castle and you're listening to my streams, that everything that you hear on here pertains particularly to exactly you. That's why I like the fact that people ask a lot of questions in the chat and say, hey, I'm castle this and I have this, I have that. Should I invest in this Titan? Those kinds of questions, when you do give a little bit more background information about yourself, actually makes it very helpful for people to give you a little bit more of an idea. But, because for some players, they may be been there, done that with that Titan, and you could have just gotten him. Like a lot of people, how certain people right now are just getting Siegfried for the first time. Whereas there's so many people out there right now who'll say, been there, done that, that's not a big deal for me. So, and that's just the way this game is.
Yep.
All right. What do we got? So the first question I look at or first comment I look at when I go back over at the chat is the brain saying, "Why else do you buy a wife?" What does that tell you, right? A clean sandwich.
You understand if you
Help him
scroll
watching
back
chat.
out some more.
Yeah, I know. It's okay.
Yeah, that's why I was quiet, because I was talking to Brain.
It's funny. I like that. The brain. How high do you need to be to recommend moon units? I just like that. Like, because I know that there's a Winifred said new moon units. The brain. You are truly enjoying chat tonight, aren't you? Let's see. All right. What am I gonna do? I think I'm out of relics.
You know what
Where's my soul count at? Let's see
I
where
hope
we're
they
at.
do? it should give us fusion events more often.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna happen.
I know they're gonna always want to put it with their Conquest now. That's why they got Conquest, but I don't know. Even before they had Conquest, I was always hoping they did fusion events like every 2 weeks. At the rate we're getting it now, we're gonna get it once every 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens if they want to fix Conquest or do something with it? Does that mean that we're not gonna get a Relic fusion event because they want to always have it matched up with Conquest now?
Well, if a Relic Fusion event happens on Monday, it won't be paired up with anything. It'll be just after a regular event. So, I don't think that will be the case. Unless we don't get a Fusion event on Monday, and everyone can blame Ether, because he's the one that says it's not happening. But
I don't think we gonna have it. I'll probably get 1,000 messages.
Will you?
Probably hate messages.
That's right.
Yeah,
we did mention on, let's see, we did mention that Ether's name is not Ether in game, but it's actually his favorite Titan that's come out so far on Dawn of Titans, right, Ether?
I'm gonna change it on Monday though.
Yes, you
I
will.
I was saying to myself, I'm gonna start this routine. I'll probably change my name every 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's gonna be hefty on the gem spend.
Out.
You gotta watch out though, hefty on the gem spend.
Now that's if you changing multiple times, like trying to change multiple times in one day, is it?
No, I've changed my test account's name probably 5 or 6 times now, and it's still charging me gems. And it's been weeks apart between those name changes.
Okay, because I changed my name for the Chinese New Year event. Just joking around, and I haven't touched it again yet. But I didn't have to pay anything, so maybe I had already crossed it. Because once I had my name, what it was, I never changed it.
It resets after a while.
Yeah. Captain Howdy says you used all your timer is? Yeah, I don't know what the reset timer is. That's a good question.
I thought it was. I don't know exactly, but I'm pretty sure it's weeks. I think you can do it once or maybe twice within at least a month.
Yeah, I've never had to spend gems to change my name.
Yeah. Here's the brain giving internet radio life advice. Very nice. Captain Howdy, yeah, you know what? You've been watching my polls here. You used all your 3-star luck last night. Yeah, right? I didn't get any 3 stars tonight. It's been all 1s and 2s. And you said you pulled Captain Howdy a 3-star and a 4-star? You pulled a 4-star in this event? That's pretty special right there. I haven't seen any 4-stars in this event. I mean, even other people pulling on their streams and stuff like that, so.
So, question for everybody that's in the stream right now.
Here we go.
Is there anyone that's in the stream? It's not that crazy, but is there anyone in the stream that's going to submit a drawing for the new relics?
I would like to know that too. That's a good question, Ether. Good gosh, that's a good question. Yeah, I would like to know.
The only reason I asked is because I know how to draw, so I was thinking about actually drawing one and sending it in.
Ooh, cool. I wonder what they're gonna do. Are they gonna want digital scans and emailed, or I wonder what they're gonna do? Because are they literally gonna be like, yeah, snail mail it to us?
Yeah, they'll redraw it based on what you put in.
Well, submissions. I mean, are they digital submissions or do they want physical submissions? Do you understand what I'm getting at here?
Yeah, I have no idea.
I don't think it'll matter.
They want to roll out the new relic within a week or two.
Well, yeah. After the 3 phases are done, phase 1 is right now on the stats, and then phase 2, which will be a week later or so, and then phase 3.
You know what's going to happen with this relic, right?
What's going to happen?
All the people are going to design it, and then it's going to be the very last.
I've already said that, Thunderrex. I said that last night.
Yeah, he did.
I said that last night. I said, you know what's gonna happen? Everybody's gonna have a great time, and then they're gonna put it at 21K at the end of an event.
In a way, though, that'll be kind of messed up. In a way,
it would be, wouldn't it?
It's something you want for the community and stuff, especially with free to play players. I mean, that's just foul, man. Let's say for instance, a free-to-play player sends in his relic drawing, and they actually use his idea. Now he can't get his own relic. That's crazy.
Yeah, people are talking about
I mean, that's crazy.
different new unit types. We got Trenchbur. I can't say it right, but it's Trebuchet units. Yeah, sorry.
Wow, Zalon.
Trebuchet units. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Probably had too many cold ones before you started.
No,
tonight.
I didn't have any cold ones tonight. Can't afford it right now. Let's see. I'd like to see a lure unit, a unit that forces enemy units to target him first before any other unit, but maybe has low health. Ooh. But you also mentioned
nice.
you also mentioned crossbow units where they shoot and then they go immediately into melee. I like that too, where they shoot and then charge into melee like militia. I like that idea too.
Brain, I like that idea too. That lower unit. That's another spell, like what I was telling you about earlier. On EverQuest, they had a spell on there called Taunt, and instead of the enemy attacking your units or your group, it would attack you. Mm-hmm. As long as you keep using Taunt on him, he will keep constantly attacking you.
Anubis says poison,
strength was strong enough.
Poison ranged or earth ranged troops would be fun to see. So just going off of what we already have and just creating a new troop with the elements and just making it from being a melee unit or a stone wall, as we know Goliaths to be, and making them into a ranged unit. Interesting.
Or, here was a good little one. What about a healing spell?
We brought that up earlier too. They've mentioned before that healing hasn't really been something specifically that they've been able to incorporate and have work properly. They've mentioned that on the live streams a couple times, but somebody else brought up the idea in the live stream here of a unit where when they attack, they actually get a little, like a vampiric type of attack, where they get a little bit of the enemy's health during the
that was game rescue idea.
Yeah.
Well, see, if they do a vampiric unit like that, think about your Storm Maidens with the X skill. Now they're doing 300 to 400% more damage with Relic buffs. So now you're increasing the percentage that you're getting vampiric by that much. So if you say, okay, you get 10% vampiric and you increase the damage by 400%, then you're getting an extra 40% in healing. If you turn around and do something like that, it could almost be impossible to kill a certain unit if they're vampiric.
Interesting.
I mean, even if you lower the percentages, like of how much they can actually leech from you.
If there's a cap on it, then no. But if they put a cap on it, it's just 10% no matter what. Then that you could actually kill the unit. But like if it's based off the amount of damage that's being output, then now there would be some units that you wouldn't be able to kill.
True.
With high damage output. Think about a Panther with how much damage they put out, being able to have a certain percent of vampiric ability.
Okay.
I mean, that could almost be a Panther who doesn't die, unless it is being hit by the Titan.
So, we also got Winfred, but I like to see 2 Titans to 2 Titans in game. Yeah, that's been something that's been mentioned before, too, about having, like, and there is a campaign level that allows you to use 2 Titans and control 2 Titans at the same time. It's kind of nuts if you've ever played that level in the campaign. So, is it possible? Yeah. Now, are we going to see it on a regular basis? I don't know. That would be interesting.
Do you think that would be a good idea? That would be kind of hard to control 2 Titans at once.
Well,
and if each Titan had his own specific units.
Well, I don't know about. If you're talking about bringing in 2 summoners, of course. But if you're because you would still have just the same one set of base troops that goes in with both of them. So,
Well, hey,
from what that
that's what
campaign was, at least that one campaign level that allowed you to have 2 Titans, that you controlled 2 Titans, like the one you brought in and one other. I remember that one too, specifically, because I thought it was an insane level to be able to have that ability.
I don't remember that campaign mission.
Yeah, it existed.
Okay, well, if you were allowed to have 2 Titans, then what's to say that I don't go in one Titan? I always take in Champ Yard Dog to just destroy everything while I have a Paladin out there tanking everything.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it would be something that would be incorporated into some sort of event or Trials of Power or something like that. Not saying they would be incorporated into regular gameplay. But
Well, imagine
With just clean the floor.
I don't know.
Imagine
Be interesting.
having a player that has two Chronos out there. I mean,
Well, no.
talking about a
No,
long
it wouldn't be where you select both the Titans you bring in. I don't think it'd be like that. Again, it would have to be something where they give you a Titan and you got to take something else in, and that you would think would work well with them. So
basically, you're saying the computer would generate a random Titan for you, and you're getting ready to go into battle. Then you select your own Titan to go with that one. That's what you're saying?
it could. Well, that's an interesting way of looking at it. I wasn't thinking random, but there is that possibility too. I was thinking it would be a case where, for instance, if it was like a Trials of Power situation, it's like, all right, well, level 1, you'll go in and you'll get to play with this Titan, and the Titan you'll get to play with is also going to be like level 10 or 15, and you take the troops that you think are going to be the best, and you go in and see what you can do. And then the next level, you might be paired with a different Titan, with different enemy troops of a different style that may work completely opposite, so you'd have to kind of figure it out, which Titan you'd want to be able to take in to complement, and that actually make it so it would actually work, and the second Titan that was actually put in there with you wouldn't be hindering your progress, more or less, or at least make a difference.
Man, imagine going into battle and having Stormboard and Flamehide. You had to play with both of them.
I mean,
Good luck.
Just the simple fact that we have events that make us play with Titans we don't want to play with actually makes those events. It could be making frustrating. Don't get me wrong, it does. But there are times that it also makes you go, well, it's kind of nice not actually just having to play with the same old this. I'm playing and trying something a little different right now. And yeah, like right now, I would not be raiding with Valoran, alright? But I am. And am I having a good time doing it? Sure. So it does get you to actually try out and actually enjoy other Titans, even though you don't normally would choose to. So.
Yeah, because everything you just said, that's what's happening to me with this event right now. It's killed me.
Well, a second Titan could work. The brain says one being normal Titan, then a vanilla Titan with no skills, but just normal elemental damage. So, like the brain, like for instance, like the Titans that are on arenas or on monuments, vanilla. Not crazy reliced out Titans. Yeah, second Titan doesn't need to be a full Titan. There you go.
Well, that's the best drop in a while.
What did you see? I didn't even pay attention to my drop.
Oh, it was my drop, Vaughn.
Oh! I thought it was something you saw on my stream.
3-star XP Relic, 3-star Gilded Arc, and then 4-star Militia Shield.
Oh, wow.
One that one is.
That's nice.
The best I've had in a long time.
What if our next Greek god had those corrupted units?
No, they said corrupted units you're not going to be able to control corrupted units, but you will be able to go up against them.
I'm just saying, like, what if we could get that?
It's a what if situation, even though we've already been told it's not going to happen. But what
Yeah,
if?
just throwing it out there.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, they're huge units. I mean, they're absolutely gigantic. You remember going up against them. So, I mean, if that was the case, it would just make the battlefield very crowded. That's all it would do.
Well, then now you get to my point. That was the reason why I threw that question out there, because I just had like a flash. I was thinking like, all right, what if we use to counter Greek gods? What if they had Titans that would allow us to put more units on the field? I mean, I know when we go to select our units that we want to bring in, I mean, it's 14. Then you have your reinforcements. But what if every time you use those specific type of Titans, they would give you like 2 or 3 more units to bring in onto the field? I mean, do you think that would make a big difference? I know it would for us numbers-wise, because now you have more troops. But, I mean, you still have Greek guys, and they can place their troops anywhere.
Yeah. So what was your question? You kind of hid your question in a whole bunch of talking, so I didn't get your question on that one.
All right, so basically it's the same thing. Like, would adding more troops on the field be better for future Titans? Basically.
Oh, okay.
Because right now Greek guys are I ain't gonna say destroying the game, but I mean they've taken over the game.
They're dominating the game. Yeah, basically. Yeah, taking over the game.
Exactly. I ain't want to make it seem that bad, but I mean they're basically taking over the game.
Yeah.
So just like what I was referencing to earlier, I mean range units are basically obsolete because of Greek gods. So what if we were able to have Titans that would be able to initially bring in more troops without having to summon them onto the field? So instead of you being able to summon them and put them all over like a Greek god, they would come into the game with, let's say, instead of 14 units, it would have maybe 16, 17 units, something like that, or 18 units.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, what do you think that would be a good idea?
Well, when it comes down to how many units we can have on the battlefield, it's definitely something that has been pushed to the limit with all the different summoning troops, and also all the Calvarax relics and stuff like that. Because we've seen the Brains video on how many troops you can absolutely bring into battle. But when it comes down to adding even more troops to the field, I mean, for instance, what the Brain just said is, I'm pissed about corrupted units. Game already has huge units in the past. They took them away and brought them back, dumbed down the game for weaker devices. So again, it comes down to, if we decide to put a ridiculous amount of troops on the field, it is going to make it difficult for the older devices to even be able to handle that. So there is certain limitations that they do have that they still want to keep, which again, I know a lot of players would like to say, you know what, we could do without some of these bogging issues that we have. Can we just have the game exactly the way we want it, and we don't care about those older devices? Now, if there's people on older devices right now watching this stream, they're thinking, no, we don't want that, because then we won't be able to play. So I don't really know how many older device players there are compared to newer device players. That's the one statistic that I really don't know about, and couldn't really make a real good guess of really if it is time we should cut them off, everybody. I don't really know when it comes down to like the 80,000 active players anywhere. I'm sorry, I gotta refine what I say, because there's too many people listening right now. Anywhere between 60 and 80,000 active players at any given time. People are going to like, 80,000, Zalon, in the comment section. 80,000 is just too much. That's not right. So, but definitely, I know there's a good chance that, you're going to run into that. So.
I just see you play a level 47. 550 gems and a 3-star recharge for Portal Stones.
Oh, yeah. Hey, wait, you said what level?
Yeah, that's 47.
47. Yeah, and that should tell you something right there, too, everybody. Player level higher player level determines more grinding than anything else. I should just say more gameplay than anything else. There is certain people that go, how can a player be, in the player level in the 20s and be Castle 25? answer to that. What's the answer to that, Ether? If you're a player level, I can tell you right now, Ether. Gosh, you didn't answer my question. You're gonna start another conversation. Hold up, Ether. Hold up.
tell you right now.
Oh, you're going. Okay, well then answer. Go ahead. What is it?
All right, from fighting. I mean, think about it. That like I'm castle 25, but like I just told you, my troops are still 24, and I've been 25 for a while.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm constantly fighting all the time, so my player level has always been like extremely high because I'm always fighting. Like there probably isn't a time except for like right now that I'm not fighting. So with that being said, your player level is always going to be high, but that doesn't necessarily mean that your troops are high or that your garrison is going to be high either. I mean, that just shows you're a very active player.
I don't think that's exactly what he asked.
My question was this. Okay, well, no. I asked the question that I already know the answer to. It's just I wanted to see somebody else answer the question, so I didn't have to do it myself. But here we go. So what happens is if you are a player level in the mid-20s or something like that, and you're castle 25, that means you spent money on the game. That's all that means. Yeah. Because when you are leveling up and blasting through those castle levels with gems, you are gaining XP, but nowhere near the amount of player XP that you normally would if you grinded for a year, 2 years, whatever, that you took to get to castle 25. Your player level is going to be way higher than that. So that's.
I wasn't adding the money factor.
No. Well, that's basically what it is. So for anybody that's on the stream that doesn't know that or hasn't seen because there's a certain tipping point where all of a sudden it's like, all right, this is you're in an area of player level that doesn't make sense for someone who's at such a high level of castle. So, and it's not highly suggested that you do blast through like that because you probably don't have a lot of relics maxed and you probably don't have a lot of titans maxed, which means you're at castle 25 and, well, frankly, just don't have anything else that's really... Well, you may not have anywhere near close to the amount of stuff that other castle 25s have, so you're at a disadvantage, in my opinion.
All you're doing is hurting your team.
Yeah.
Bleeding out that 26,000 VP.
Yeah.
And I'm going to enjoy it. I'm just saying, I'm going to enjoy it.
Oh, here's a good point, too. I hate this standpoint, and I'm sure it doesn't work or it is not true, but if you have an older device, are you really spending on the game? Wouldn't you upgrade your device if you were a spender? Yeah. Yeah. That does make sense. Unless you're, and I don't want to say unless you're a younger person because you don't have the ability to do that because then you really wouldn't. If you don't have the ability to upgrade your phone and you're a younger person, then you probably won't be spending on the game either. Yeah, okay. I'm trying to think of limitations because some people are like, well, I can't upgrade my device because I'm on other people's plans, but you're probably not spending either. Or if you are, it's not anywhere near the amount that typically is spent by someone who's gems every event or is just not interested in the typical grind. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, I have a Samsung
or
Galaxy
hacking.
S7
Right brain.
That's on my main account.
Mm.
And then I also have a Tab E tablet that I play on too. So
nice.
But I spend on, and I plan on upgrading to I guess an S9 whatever, but because 10 isn't coming out for a while.
What's up, Rob V?
Do you know that I still have I keep just about every phone that I've ever had, but I still have an iPhone 4, and do you know that iPhone is still able to download Dawn of Titans and actually play on it? I can still use it to play on.
Wow. The graphics
it runs a little slow, but
yeah,
it's still, it runs a little slow, but I mean, if you have the time and patience, I'm actually able to still play Dawn of Titans on the iPhone 4. That shouldn't be possible.
Yeah.
And we're on iPhone X right now, and like the Galaxy 10 or something. I mean, it's crazy. So at first, the brand first made that point about devices slowing us down and not allowing them to update. the game and stuff, I thought he was kind of tripping. But then when I really sat back and thought about it, I was like, he got a point. Like, that's a real good point.
Mm.
I mean, one of the reasons what they have for not being able to, like, open up relic storages so that way we can be able to increase our relic pool and stuff for relics we want to keep and stuff. I mean, that's a real good point.
So
that's what they just say. Your device is not compatible anymore.
Sean M. It says I'm player level 31, Castle 17. That sounds like somebody that's been not gemming their way all the way up to Castle 17. That sounds like somebody who's definitely been grinding plenty of events. Player level 31. I'm really thinking. I am thinking the really need high player levels. A lot of level 50s already. I agree, and they did mention that Vintage is that this year they were planning on raising the player level. Now, do you think we're actually going to get? I doubt this, and this is the reason why I'm asking this question. But do you actually think we're going to get any kind of notice that player level's going up, or are we just going to all of a sudden one day it's just going to go boom, player level just went up, and everybody now can go to player level 60 or 70 or 100, I don't know. But
so what would be the point?
It's just strictly to give those people at player level 50, castle level 25, something to do. Remember, the players that are if you're player level 50 and you're castle 25, most likely, even judging by your progress, Ether, where you are, player level 47, castle 25, you give yourself 3 more player levels, good chances are you'll be max out to max out to max out with everything maxed. What else is there to do? You know? That's my question. I know a new troop drops, then yes, you give a new building to build and a new troop to upgrade and everything else, but I do have to say that the appeal of the game, I think I personally feel like the game loses a little bit of its shine when there just doesn't seem to be much to do. There's no point to have gold. There's no, I mean, yeah, you're gonna need food for fusing up titans and forging relics, but you know what else is there? You know. So I enjoy the game.
I think at that point I just talk like crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it. I know some people that's going through that right now. I mean, they're completely maxed out, have everything maxed out. Either they're close to having like everything maxed out. They're just missing a few spells from being maxed. And there's literally nothing to do except for hope for a new Titan and some more relics to be able to level. That's it.
Oh, you hear that? The brain says, so what are you saying, Ether? You're the reason you're being held back with your with your cheap iPhone 4?
I read that.
I know, I like that.
I read it.
I like that. Oh, man, and then, of course, Vintage is telling the brain that all the tacos are on him. Nice. But see, if the brain was to go to natural motion, yeah, he's going to want big booty girls to be there to like, you know, when he gets off the plane and when we got the limo drivers holding up the signs, he's gonna be like, if there's no big booty girls there, the brain's gone. He's like, back in the plane.
You gotta read his last comment. That explains what kind of big butt girls he like right there.
Pancake booty white girls. Oh man, pancake. Oh, man.
I didn't say it, he did.
Wow. Captain Howdy, you're talking about taking Titan level to 70? Along with player level? I don't know.
Well,
that ain't good.
What were you gonna
take that up to 70, then they're going to need to let 3 stars go to 60. They'll need to let 2 stars go to 50.
Yeah, because that's what happened last time. That's what happened last time when they decided all of a sudden. And again, there was really no notice on that when all of a sudden Titans or 4 stars were able to go from 50 to 60. It just one day, I just remember it specifically. It just boom, it just flipped on. We can do it.
Yeah, but that was just the Ascension thing. Just changing from Ascension.
If that was to ever happen, dude, they would have to put they would have to put 4-star Titan XP relics in the game, like a normal drop for that to happen. Because I mean, you know how many people have like 30 max Titans or more? That's all at 60. And now you're talking about having to go back and play with every one of them to get them to 70. I mean, think about how long it takes to get a Titan to 60 right now.
To do. They'll have something to do when they're max.
But a lot of players ain't gonna want to do that.
Yeah, Godan.
It's something to do with it.
Godan's here too. Godan says that's why I'm in no rush. We know, Godan. We know. I'm in no rush either. I mean, I'm still moving along, don't get me wrong, because as long as my troops are upgrading, I'm going to keep moving along. So, that's just the way I see it. I'm just never stopping upgrading my troops. So. But here we are. Let's see, 11th. When did we start? Was it? We in the 3rd hour now? I think we might be in the 3rd hour.
Might be an hour full.
Started streaming 2 hours ago. No,
talking, who knows?
Yeah, with Ether talking, we don't know. We could have easily drifted into the 5th hour. No, we're in hour number 3 right now. But yes, we got 50 people watching. Definitely appreciate it. Everybody hopping on this wonderful Saturday night stream. Let's see. Yeah, running out of the maidens.
Hey, Ether, keep talking about XP relics because now I'm getting them like crazy.
Yeah, Ether, go ahead. Keep talking about them.
We need 4-star XP relics as drops. I mean, it's simple. There ain't nothing else to talk about. We need them as drops, and another thing that they need to do, like every time that they make something and it's good and we like it, they find some kind of way to tweak it, and it messes everything up. I mean, when XP relics first came out, they had about 5 uses, 4 or 5 uses. I think it was 5. I mean, imagine if we still had 5 uses on those relics today. I mean, that would go a long way for us leveling Titans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
they replaced that by leveling the amount of XP up. So it was just still the same, just less fast.
Yeah. Now, they could just bring in, if they go to level 70, bring back double XP.
I don't know. If you use the XP relics also, I mean, that might work. But even with double XP, I mean, that's still a lot, because to max out a Titan, it's like, almost 90,000 XP points or something like that? I mean, it's a lot.
To say that you're getting almost 500 per battle. So, I mean, 45. It'd be 180 battles when you leveled your Titan. That's without XP relics.
I'm about to say, because if you attack a regular resource land, that's only 50 XP. If you go look at like a max 25 land or something, they're only gonna give you 50 XP for it.
Yeah, it's like 200
multiply.
Yeah, it's normally about 300 or something. If I do.
Churro says they need the 5th skill unlocked at 51. I like that. Ascension worked. I have no idea why they took it away, says the brain. Corey says where the likes at. Come on, peeps. I appreciate that, Corey. The brain says he's holding his like to see if Ether starts saying he don't like banana pudding again. You hear that, Ether?
No, I'm not talking about no food tonight.
You hear that? The brain wants to know. He's holding his like. He's holding his like specifically if you're gonna start making all sorts of crazy food comments, basically.
No, brain is weird, man. He made me laugh. He weird because, like, I noticed like all the stuff that he like, I don't like.
Wait, you don't like big booty girls?
I mean, now look here, we about to turn this stream totally upside down. You don't even say something I want to. Hey, we don't. You know what? I ain't even gonna say that. I'm gonna keep my mouth closed. We can talk about that all stream.
I wanted Earth resist on the Spearman to defeat Kronos defenses, but got physical and health. Physical and health isn't bad, Lucas. Physical and health isn't bad. You can just if you up the physical just a little bit, max it out, and then throw earth resist on there as well, you'll have Chronos killer, because earth and physical is what you need to be concerned about. It doesn't have to be earth on your as the main skill. If you want to build two resistances on your Cerberus, it would be finish out the physical and then push the earth. Yeah. Here, Game Rescue just popped in there too. Made a comment as well.
So just going back to the brains one, what percentage of the community do you think are free to play or pay to play?
Good question.
Okay, above what castle level? Because above castle level 20, I think the percentage of pay-to-play players is a lot higher. Below castle 20, I feel like there's a different balance. Do people agree?
Let's just say overall.
You want to say overall?
Yeah, because if you.
Because I think there's way. Well, no. I'm just saying. I think there's way more players under castle level 20 than there is players over castle level 20. That's my opinion. Whoa! Thank you, Corey. I appreciate that. Thank you for the donation, Corey.
Yeah, sing a song.
I'm a simple man. I eat tacos, burgers, pizza, and strippers. I eat them all, and usually get seconds. We should hang one day, Ether. I'm pretty sure.
Hey.
I'm pretty sure he has some cold sores that we don't need to be talking about.
Hey, that's why I said I was gonna comment. But if he eating, if you run around here eating strippers, man, that's bad. That's all I'm gonna say. That's bad. That's bad.
That's bad. According to Ether.
That's all I'm gonna say is that's bad. I ain't gonna comment.
Just got a health and X armor Cerberus. I would have been curious about an all health Cerberus. Who just said they got an all health? Was that you, Ether?
I had double health.
Yeah.
Cerberus.
Yeah. Jamie wants to know what you. I'm curious about an all health Cerberus. So Jamie, Ether will be back on next week's stream to tell you all about how double health Cerberus is totally awesome. Okay.
I
Might be. Maybe not. Might be.
I might. I don't know if I want to build him right now. That's why I said I might. I might want to build him like a month from now. I don't know. That's the only reason I said I might. But I don't know. I might just build him just for you and tell you what I did with him.
Just for you, Jamie. You hear that? Just for you, Jamie.
Put it up.
Mm-hmm.
The brain says cold sores. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Nah, some of that stuff comes back with you.
Yeah.
I'm going to be in Vegas in April.
There you go.
If you're going to be out there, Brain, you meet up, bro. I can tell you all about these strippers that you want to know about. I can tell you why eating these strippers is bad for you.
Stick to the pizza. Stick to the pizza and tacos.
Get me started.
Stick to the pizza and tacos. I know, right? Technically, you get more defense against Valoran with X skilled armor, but physical resistance and health gets it done. I like health. Yeah, there you go. It's actually actually it is. That's true. Jamie brings up a good point, Ether. It's technically a triple health Cerberus with his first skill. So yeah, that's true. Actually, you do have the extra health boost on that first skill as well.
Well, that's why I told you when I first jumped in the stream and I told you about him and stuff. I said that he was gonna have a lot of health. Like he gonna have stupid some amount of health. I don't know how much, but I mean I'm gonna try to see if I can get him at least about 500,000. You think that's possible?
Yeah, 500,000.
500,000?
That's conservative.
I mean, I'm just taking a wild guess because I haven't been on a database to actually build him. I just got him, and I mean, I ain't even looked at him. I just looked at the skills, and I was like, oh, all right, I'll play with him another time. I haven't even started leveling him.
Yeah, I'd have to check it out too myself because I don't know if I want to say yay or nay on that because that could promote more horrible comments. So I like this comment from the brain now. Look, man, it ain't fun if it ain't a little dangerous.
And then read his comment under that.
You can't catch you can't catch it if it's in the shower. I don't know about that. That sounds like some hokey pokey stuff. Some hocus pocus right there with the brain. I'm just making stuff up now. Double health is going to be over 300k with no relics. There you go. Game Rescue saying over 300k with no relics there, Ether.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Did you do a build on him already, Game Rescue?
I'm sure.
I'm
sure that's the case.
What you got for health? Yeah, that's why I asked him, because he got 300k with no relics. So I would love to know, like, how much health he would have if you actually built him.
All right, we're going to level 34. That's my goal for tonight. I noticed I'm like 316,530. I need 317,134 to get to level 34 player. So that's what will be the goal tonight. I don't know if I'll be able to get to 18k. I don't know. What are we at here? We're at 17k. I think we could do that. I think we could do that. Hold on. Let's pull another relic. We could probably do both. We could probably get to 18,000 and get to Cerberus on stream tonight, because everybody's having a good time. Corey also donated. We have 49 people on here. I definitely appreciate everybody showing up, everybody on Discord. But besides from that 2-star relic, let's just check real quick. Is there anything else in here that can help me out at this point? I think everything that I've gotten... There's some DGs, but that's not enough for a DG pull. The other 2,000 gems is over there. So, alright. So we got the 2-star. We can just pull one more just to get over top. And then, so yeah, we'll get over 18k, and we'll also hit player level 34. So that'll be good.
Someone's vibrating.
Oh, that's the battery on my tablet. 20% left. But see, the thing is, with the battery on my tablet, it's like the low gas, what's it called, alarm on my truck. The low gas alarm on my truck means I still got 70 miles left. So when you have a 32-gallon tank in your truck, yeah, it's not a bit. When that comes on and people are in my truck and they haven't heard it before, they're like, "Oh, do you need to get gas?" I'm like, "No." I can go for quite some time. We're not gonna run out of gas. But so yeah, very similar to that. That's funny. Game Rescue says, I'm never going to look at C-Bus and see dogs. I just see cats. Sorry, DOT. I just see cats. All right.
I don't know. I understand that's part of his costume, but I don't care for that. Like, it looked weird. I think it would have been better if they would have made like a monk or something, you know? A monk, someone that actually use their fists, physically to fight.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know about them gloves on his hand, about them heads, man. That's weird. Yeah. You look like you're a little slow, like you've been drinking. You might have been in the club with the brain or something.
You've been in the club with the brain? I like that. I like that. Cerberus was in the club with the brain, eating tacos.
You know what? I almost said something, dude.
I know. Control it, Ether. I know you're doing your best.
I'll tell you on stream.
You're doing your best. You're doing your best. And I have to say, right now, I'm impressed, Ether. I'm impressed. Yeah, Jamie says, yeah, the artwork missed the mark this time. Definitely a cat titan, not the hellhound. Yeah. I could feel that too.
Oh, what if they would have made him? And I know we don't have this in the game, but I think it'd be something that'd be nice if you actually think about it. It just popped up in my head when he said hellhound. What if they would have made him to where he had like an actual hellhound, like to assist him? What do you think about the game turning down that direction?
So you're talking about okay. Instead of having 2 Titans, you're implying that it would be a Titan, and like the brain was saying, the second Titan doesn't have to be a full Titan. So what if it was like what you're saying, Ether, is like a Titan plus like a companion, which would be like
sidekick.
Yes.
Yeah. I like that.
I think that would be nice. I would like that.
It wouldn't be a second Titan.
Nice.
It wouldn't be a second Titan, but it would be a sidekick. Now, would the sidekick only have, instead of 5 skills like a Titan, would a sidekick or companion have like 3 skills?
Okay, so this is what I'm thinking, right?
It wouldn't be 5. It's got to be smaller. It's got to be smaller than 5. You know what I mean?
Exactly, because you don't want to make no Titan overpowering. But this is the thing. Each, like, that companion would have either it will be able to buff troops, or either it will be able to buff the Titan. You understand what I'm saying? So like, it would give, like, let's say a 20% boost to defensive stats, like things like resist or something like that. You know, I mean, if you already have like a Valoran or something that's almost already maxed out or something, then you could put that companion on there. I mean, that would boost the stats up even more. But like I said, it will be buffing troops or either the Titans. Depends on, you know, what that particular companion will be buffing. I mean, that'll be all in developer hands right there. But it is a good idea though.
What if the sidekick was a Titan that you already had and picked the skills that you wanted to use?
Well, that way, the only reason that may not be the case would be because they want to be able to release new things. So if they release new things that are companions, we're not releasing new Titans, but we're releasing things that can make your current Titans even better. How about that?
So this event that they have coming up, I don't know if anybody ever thought about this, but this kind of had me thinking, like, this gives me a little light, a little hope and stuff. We've always been asking for the ability to be able to pick our own skills on our Titans and stuff like that. So by them doing this community event and let us build our own relic, that lets me know that we should be able to, that in the future we might actually be able to build our own Titan.
Oh,
and actually select these skills.
Most definitely. I think that
they're allowing us to do it with the relics. So why not with a Titan?
I'm shaking my head in full agreement. I'm shaking my head in full agreement on that one. I'm thinking, yes, you're absolutely right. It's going to go right down that road. Churro says, what if the companion could heal, buff, or attack? The options being one of the 3. That's an interesting idea. I like that.
Yeah.
So basically, you're saying have a companion that would give us the option that before we take him into battle, like we're on the battle screen, you get to select what you want that companion to be able to do it for the battle. Or you would, or
there would be, like, if think about it this way, the different companions that they release, there will be an attacking companion, there will be a skill buffing companion, a troop buffing companion. Like, they could easily make it that the different ones that they release, as if the companions had their own separate classes, if you want to call it that, you know?
All right. So I like his idea and what he was thinking about, but I kind of like the road you was going down too. So basically, when they release, I mean, if you get a Titan, you get a companion to go with that Titan. Then when you get ready to select,
you should be able to. You could switch between companions. Yeah, you could still switch between your companions. So, like, for this battle, I'm going to use companion X. Next battle, same Titan, but use companion Z. You know what I mean? So.
But see, what I was thinking about, that's good too. But I don't know. What I was thinking about is, like, when you get ready to, when you're doing the event and you get your companion, let's say you get your companion like at the 22,000 mark, and you got your Titan at the 20,000 mark. But when you get your companion, when you pull that companion right there, you're able to select what you want your companion skills to be. Like, it'll be blind, so you wouldn't be able to physically see it. So let's say I select the elemental resist. for my companion. Then, I mean, boom, I got elemental resist with my companion. So now every time I go into battle, that's the only thing that companion will be able to do is elemental resist.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
Or if I was to pick, hey, like the offensive resist for him, offensive attack for him, then, hey, now every time I go into battle, that's his skills are locked. That's the only thing he can do is boost the offense of the Titan and the units that's on the field. That's what he's there for. Same thing for defensive. So I think that has a lot of potential.
Yeah, when it comes down to the question that we brought up earlier in the stream of what comes next after summoners, this conversation we're having right now about companions is a very possible, like, it's not summoning, it's not just the same old Titans from before summoning. It's something different to make your Titans you currently have even better. So
you gotta get the end of this video over to y'all guy Chris. You gotta get this video to end of it so that we can have a conversation.
Well, of course. It's just when you start to bring the ideas up is when you can start reiterating them over and over again. So I like it. I think this is really good, most definitely. Jamie still says the Titan reroll token, skill reroll token is still necessary because there's plenty of Titans out there with terrible skills. Still agreed on that one. I really think that is still something that does need to happen at some point.
What if we could get a desertion spell where you could take over, a unit of the defensive troops, turn it against them?
That has been something that's been brought up on the dev live stream, and I like that. I think that's a great idea because it would make it so that you could do that behind enemy lines and all of a sudden just turn troops over, you know what I mean? Like immediately into your own.
That takes care of summoners and also a lower level player could take over a level 25 troop and get to use it.
Mm-hmm.
Seem kind of like a confusion spell or something like that?
Desertion.
Oh, okay.
Which means they basically come to your side. Yeah.
Just red to blue.
I'm looking in the chats at comments and Game Rescue talking about taking a dump in the morning. What? I don't know what do you mean by that? He say he's gonna try tomorrow when he take a dump. He's gonna try something new.
Pretty standard DOT time.
Yeah. Here's a question for the chat. Here's a question for the chat right now. Where do you play DOT the most? At work? At home? Taking a dump?
Do we really have to answer that question?
Let us know. I want to know.
If we don't answer that question, I got a question to follow.
Oh, okay. What is it?
This is just for the brain too. No, I want everybody to answer your question first, and I'll let you know.
All right, yeah, because I'd like to know where do you play the game the most? Because some people they can play more at work than they can at home. Some people play more at work than at home. So
I've always got it going on the side at work.
Okay.
I would say at work I play the most.
Okay.
I'm at work right now, so yeah, I would say at work. Yeah, I won't be home till tomorrow, but I would say at work.
Yeah.
My bathroom breaks a lot longer these days.
Mine is at home in bed.
Oh, there you go. Churro says all the above. Captain Howdy says I play everywhere, anywhere. Prometheo says on the can mostly. I see. Do you make your videos on the can as well, Prometheo?
We gotta watch out for a hidden fart somewhere.
Yeah, that's right.
So do Prometheo when you're on the can and you playing, are you eating your food also?
There's been times I've had conversations. I've had conversations with Bo where I'll be like, "Yo, so what are we gonna be doing for our video today?" And then I'll just all of a sudden there'll just be a flush. I'm like, "Thanks, Bo." Thanks, Bo. So what are we gonna do today? Flush. It's like, come on, man.
I don't know, man. I know a lot of people think it's real disgusting or whatever to be dumping while you're filling back up at the same time. But I mean, a lot of people that do that.
Well, there's also people that have shower beers too. So there's that.
I don't know. I know a lot of times when I'm at home, I mean, I'll jump in the stream and I'll be like, hey, I'm listening to you while I'm in the shower. I'll be taking a shower or bath or something.
Wait. How can you listen to me? Wait, so do you put your device can be loud enough to be louder than the shower?
Well, not if I have it like sitting on the counter.
Okay, I was just gonna say because
like in my.
I've tried to do something like that before, where somebody was streaming, and I was like, I gotta take a shower quick before I leave, and I'm gonna watch the rest of the stream in the car. But I was like, I wonder if I can, listen while I shower. But my device is not loud enough to be able to hear it over the shower. So.
I was just about to say, there's two things you can do: Bluetooth speakers, or you take the speaker from your device and put it up against the wall so it echoes, it gets louder.
Well, but see, the thing is, my bathroom wall is basically, pretty much my the two main walls next to the counter are they're walls that are adjacent, because I'm in a townhouse, which means I actually, like, everything's connected on the sides to the next person's house over. So if I do that, yeah, people will complain. So
their problem, not yours.
Yeah, right.
I was just thinking that to myself. If they complain, just tell them they need to get their DOT game up.
Yeah, that's right. At home, work with my hands. Yeah, there you go, Roft. Oh, well, yeah. I'm hoping that Zeus is straight up monster on defense with Spirit. I think Zeus will be definitely built out as a defense Titan and offense, I think. I don't think they're going to make Zeus a strictly offensive Titan. I would hope not. I really do.
Okay, what do y'all think? Do y'all think they're going to come out with?
What's up, ThunderX? Sorry, speak up a little bit.
I said, do you think they will come out with Ares as well? God of War. It's a great god.
Yeah, but what would it buff? Everything's taken except Spearman.
Yeah.
So that's the question. I mean, if they're gonna do something like that, then that means Zeus. We're not gonna see Zeus for a long time, because they will have to drop another set of units. And not only would they have to make another set of units like they did with Storm Maidens, they will also have to make them Omegas.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if they're not already currently working on that, I mean, look how long it took them to make Storm Maidens.
Yeah.
How long we waited on Storm Maidens? That was a long time. From the first time that they even put a picture up saying that, hey, no, we're working on this or whatever. It still took a long time. So unless they already have that and they done already worked on it, and they got the troop already figured out, and all they doing is making tweaks, then I don't see it. Then another thing, like, if you do drop those troops, you want to space it. You want to put time in between them. You don't want to drop a new set of troops in. At the next week, you bring out the Titan that match those troops, but now you also have the Omega troops with it. I mean, you'll have so much outrage over that. Look how long it took people to actually get their Storm Maidens up.
I found your mini, Prometheo? Did I find your mini? Is that what I'm hitting right now? Because I've been hitting this for a little while. They might make an Ares relic for Zeus. That'd be interesting.
I just don't see how they could skip Ares as one of the main Greek gods.
Alex brings up a point. I like that. You have to think like a dev. Summoning troops killed ranged troops, so why not berserker troops that counter summoning troops fast and high health? Interesting. Okay.
Think like a dev, spin like a player.
Be a bala, be ether.
Oh, I gotta read my comments again.
No, that wasn't. I said that. That wasn't somebody in the comments.
Oh, I thought that was a brain talking old man. Shut your mouth.
Yeah, Exactly, Ether.
Hey, Brain, were you on like an episode of My 600-Pound Life?
Why should I ask that question?
Because he says he gets lap dances while eating chicken all the time.
Yeah, I read that.
That's the rock, paper, scissors principle I was talking about earlier, yeah. Who's the Indian god of war? Who's the Indian
Shiva?
god? Shiva?
I think so. She's got like 6 arms and
Is it Shima?
more than his hand.
I thought she had 4 arms. Not 6, huh? It should be 4.
I think she has 6 arms.
I ain't heard that name in a while. That's 4.
8 arms. Okay, Rolf says 8 arms.
Yeah.
8? I don't know, man. You make a tank with 8 arms, man. I mean, that's that would be like about 8 different epic relics that they're holding. What about well, no, because that would be different for the game. Like a horseman style Titan, you know, or like a monitor style Titan or something. I mean,
Oh, you mean like a Minotaur?
anything.
What did you say? Did you
Yeah,
say?
I said a monitor, huh?
Yeah.
I've always called them monitors. You know that? Always. But like I forget, I can't say that around y'all. Cause y'all will be like, what
People are
talking
going.
about?
Well, you know how the DOT community loves to correct each other. Just like how I said, I didn't say
I
didn't say trebuchet correctly, and Thunder X had a problem. So
I know.
so remember.
I don't see how you messed up Trebuchet.
I'm
That was-
sorry. Okay, how many words am I reading off on this chat on a regular basis? I mean, come on now.
Brain making me hungry, dude.
Yeah, right.
All this food talk.
Yeah, not too much food talk now, because we're gonna be wrapping up here pretty quickly. I'm just shy of 18K, probably just a couple hundred more
Nice.
souls to go, and then I got only just a little bit more to go, and I'll be hitting 34 as well. So we're gonna get both of those things here at the end of the stream, and we'll definitely be taking a look at my C-bus, like Vintage likes to say. You mean centaurs? Yeah, centaurs.
Yeah,
Yeah, show some love.
Wrecking Nomad said, speaking of Minator. So I'm guessing he was trying to say Mentars. But Centaurs.
I'm looking for the Cyclops Titan.
Cyclops.
That would be nice.
Like Leela?
Yeah, that would be nice.
Like
the Cyclops Titan.
like Leela from what's it called?
Futurama.
Futurama, yeah.
What?
She's a Cyclops.
I don't know about all that. You know, I don't watch all of those TV shows and stuff.
Oh, sorry, Ether. Sorry, Ether.
Yeah, you know me, man. I don't
Yeah,
hang with all
yeah.
the
Anything
TV shows.
with good cultured TV shows. Yeah, yep. Throw that all out.
See, like for instance, like like for instance, all right, today, well, it's Saturday, so like most people will probably be trying to go to a bar or drink or something, sit back and watch TV or something. Like if I would have made it home today, I would have made it home to a card game, a domino game, music playing,
And Po' Boys.
spades.
And Po' Boys.
No, Seafood Barrel.
Oh, okay.
It was at my sister's place and stuff. They brought seafood and stuff.
Wait.
today.
So like, what do you
crawfish.
call it? You call it a seafood barrel. Is that what you said?
No, seafood boil.
Boil. Okay.
A seafood boil.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like, if I'd have made it home today, and stuff. I went by our house, and right now they're still partying.
Are they?
It's only 11 o'clock, so.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes, indeed.
Oh, there it is.
Stop
There's that new
partying.
level. There's that new level. Only got 420 gems and the 3-star recharge. And look at all this weird stuff in the top left. Huh.
Let me see. My phone running slow. That's that 4-star apple. Notice I say the 4-star apple.
Yeah.
Let's see how many uses I still got on this one. Four more uses. What should be
Tipping the rift.
should be all done. Tipping the rift. No, tripping the rift. No, I haven't.
Oh my gosh, that was such a great TV show.
Wait, so how old is it, and what was it on?
I don't know if it was actually on a network. If it did come on network, it was on. It was definitely cable. God, that would have to been something like Spike or something else. It was pretty rough.
Yeah, epic rewards, right? Congrats for all your hard work. That's
So you got the exact same thing I got. The only difference is I had 550 gems. That's horrible, dude. Do you know my last two level ups? I got the 4-star Titan token, and it's crazy because not the 4-star Titan token, the XP relic, the 4-star XP relic, and so I actually got 2 of those for each level. And it's crazy because they had 5 uses on them.
Oh, wow.
So the ones that we get now, even when you pull the divine, I posted it in man.
Oh yeah. You know what? I remember getting. I got one. I think I got one too. I could have. Maybe I got one, or maybe I just saw somebody else got one. I forget. But I could swear back in the day,
had 5 uses on it.
I got a 3-star with 5 uses on it, and it was already after they made them into 2 uses. I got the hiccups.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the ones that I have, and I hit 45, 46, they both had 5 uses on them. And the ones that you get out of the divine gem pool, if you get one, it's only 2 uses. I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah. Well, with the ones that had 5 uses on them, though, didn't they give you less XP though per battle?
Yes.
Oh, that I can't remember. I don't think it was.
I think it was because
I don't think it was.
I think it was.
Let me see. I might have that in my phone somewhere.
The brain says
look up my photos.
Tripping the Rift was great, wasn't it, on Comedy Central? So apparently it was on Comedy Central.
I've never heard of that.
What, you never heard of Comedy Central before?
No, Tripping the Rift. Yeah, I know what Comedy Central is.
I gotta rag on you when you say I don't watch no TV.
Oh man, TV. I was an outside kid, man. I was always gone doing something. So I told you before, like that stuff. Can't really get down with all that TV stuff.
Okay, I got a question for you. When you drink Sprite, what is the flavor that you taste?
I don't know. I don't drink Sprites.
It's supposed to be lemon lime, isn't it?
It's supposed to be, but do you really taste lemon lime?
I don't know. What do you taste when you drink a Coke?
Yeah. What do you taste when you drink Dr. Pepper? That's
Dr. Pepper's terrible.
Okay, that's the funny thing is that's actually prune juice is a secret ingredient there for Dr. Pepper.
Is it?
Hold on, what is it?
I believe so.
What is What's secret ingredient again?
He said
I think it's perfect.
he said prune juice, but when it comes down to it, isn't there supposed to be 23 ingredients inside of Dr. Pepper?
Mm-hmm. I mean, it could be prune juice, but I mean, who knows the right amount? If it is prune juice, I don't know. I don't drink Dr. Peppers.
Oh, the brain says
get a Coke,
you don't drink Sprite, Ether? That's a dislike for Zalon. Come on, brain. Come on, Ether. You did it. You did it. You did it. At the very end of my stream. At the very end of my stream. At the very end of my stream, I got a dislike now from the brain because you don't drink Sprite, Ether. You always do something, don't you?
Terrible, Ether. Terrible.
Yeah.
I like 7-Ups.
Yeah, I'm checking on my dungeon. Corey, I'm checking on my dungeon door. Yeah, that's just the squeaky door on the front of my my wonderful stove, keeping me warm. Oh, I'm sorry, Arthur. You asked that before. You think there will be a Ranger Temple takeover soon? I'm not sure, to be honest with you. They do like to do Temple takeovers during fusion events. So which class they choose to do, there's not like any kind of like rhyme or reason to that for the most part, unless it's specifically for, you know, that's the Titan for the event. Like right now we have champions available and stuff like that. I mean, I'm sorry, physical available in the temple. So, hold on. Was that it? Was that all I needed to do? Yeah, we're at 18. We're at 18 and we've already hit the levels. So, all right. So, let's take a look at Cerberus. Crap. How many Titans do I have to get rid of? Hold up.
Wait a minute.
See? I know.
Everybody in it.
It's going to be max gold. Oh, no, it's not. Close, though.
I think I'm about to rush me a set of troops.
Oh, no, I'm only one over. All the rest of my Titans are all just chilling in the my treasury. So, let's go take care of that real quick. Oh, we only had one battle left in that. 2-star anyway.
I see they put Hercules in at 6,000.
Oh, yeah.
6,000.
Get your chance to get Herc the Jerk.
I heard what you said about Herc, man. That don't even look like Herc. I fused him away, but you know I don't collect anyway. So as soon as I got him, I was like, "Yep, going to the fusion graveyard." I got rid of him, but he didn't look like Hercules.
Don't finish streaming. I know. I saw you pop on just a little bit ago, Tox. I didn't say anything, of course, because we were dealing with the conversation at the time. But thank you for jumping on, Tox. This one's already in the. Might even be in the 4th hour. I don't know. Maybe. Hold on.
Oh, we just sent some more pizza to your house. Pizza and energy shots.
Yeah, pizza.
At least 6 in the morning.
Yeah, now we're still in the 3rd hour, but we're probably approaching the end of the 3rd hour. So we're gonna check out my Cerberus. Yep, why did I do that? Alright, here we go. Come on. Triple health. No, we'll see what happens. What if I get one just like Ether?
Hey, everybody can't be Ether.
Not everybody.
Just saying.
Not everybody.
But good luck.
But good luck. Thanks. Alright, so... Cerberus.
He's a berserker if you forget.
Yeah, for a second there I did. I'm glad you paid attention. I was like, well, no. I wanted to get to the beginning of my, because of Valorn V, I wanted to get to the front of my Titans without having to scroll, and I was like, crap. Wait, which one is it again? So here we go.
Hey, you should throw your Elmoran in him. Y'all ran in Krotos. Put him at 60.
Nope. But anyway, my Cerberus is stellar. Thank you, Corey.
Show your skills.
So I got Spearman Armor and Spearman Health. Yes! That's good. I'm happy with that.
That'll work.
I'm happy with that.
Work.
Spearman Armor, Spearman Health for me is good. Double Health would have been great, but Spearman Armor, Spearman Health is still fine with me. Because I can either... now I actually have... If I want to, I can just go no resists if I want to. But still at the same time, I'm still going to be using the Spearman Relics, which will obviously... Defensive Relics, which will still give resist anyway. But I like that. I don't mind that at all. So...
Yes, that's actually relics out there that you can throw on that that'll boost his armor, and like you can easily get resist on him just by adding 1 or 2 relics.
Not bad.
1 or 2 relics, like for instance, with the lightning relics. I mean, you can use 2 of those relics, and those will give you spearman armor, but you'll get about 90% lightning resist just from 2 relics.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. I like it. I'm not. I've had plenty of streams where I get to the end and I'm like, oh, guys, it's the worst. I'll thumbs down my own.
Yesterday with that DG pool?
Yeah, well, yeah. Like the DG pools yesterday.
I fell for you.
Yeah, it was rough. It was. I mean, I got 1 4-star XP relic, which isn't bad. I used it today on Valorn, but. You know, and it actually gave me a full level along with running my arena and monument, like a full 52 to 53. I was like, oh, nice. But same as yours, Corey. Nice. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy with that.
I don't understand.
So
I don't understand why they even have 3 stars still in there. I mean, you know how long it takes some people to build up their divine gems. Yeah. I mean, and you still have like stuff like 3 stars in there, man. That's unacceptable. And like that's another thing. Like if we're going to save up 10,000 divine gems to be able to get to pull like a Turner bug or something, I mean, I want to be able to go in there and select the Titan that I want. I don't want a random Titan roll and then I get something that I don't want. I mean, that's a lot of gems.
It is. It is a lot of gems. It is a lot of gems. But I'm going to wrap up here, and I am very happy to say that I had a great time on the stream tonight, and I'm very, very, very glad that everyone decided to join in here on the on YouTube. But don't forget to hit like on the way out. I'm going to start saying that at the end of all my streams when I have a lot of people watching. I still have 47 watching right now. On the way out, hit like before you close for the night. I would appreciate that because it does help me out. And, of course, if you had a good time, it also shows that you did. So, besides from that, I got Ether and ThunderX still on here. Shia was on, and I had a few other guests on as well, periodically throughout the stream. But I do appreciate you guys jumping on. So, any last words there, Ether or ThunderX?
Nope, just have fun in the game, and I hope you finish the event.
Nice.
Yeah, have fun, be safe, and use Uber if you're drinking.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, and my last and final word: don't do what the brain said he was doing earlier. I mean, don't do that, man. I don't want to repeat it. You can go back and rewind the stream, But don't be like the brain, man. You're gonna wake up and your jaw gonna be sitting next to you. You're gonna be wondering what happened.
Yeah.
Man, don't do it.
That's right.
Don't do it.
You did hit like, Captain Howdy? All right. I appreciate it. All right, everybody. Will I be back again tomorrow? Shake the magic 8 ball. It's going to say chances are high. So, yes, I will most likely be back again tomorrow with another live stream to finish out the event and to see how everybody else is doing. Because it looks like we may have a few other streamers tomorrow. Hopefully, maybe a Godan, maybe a Gaming Jaeger. Not too sure if I know anybody else off the top of my head that may be streaming as well tomorrow, but we'll see. So, yeah. All right, DOT community, enjoy the rest of the event. Hope you're happy with your Cerberus if you did grind to Cerberus, and we're going to wrap it up. So, everybody have a good night, or good morning, like Tox, and I will talk to you all again very soon.